Dear Mother, after defeating Needlebranch in the Emerald Wilds, we spent the night in boisterous celebration at Bell's Keep. There was singing and dancing, speech-making and cheering, and lots of drinking. Victor jumped atop a table, demonstrating a magnificent reel, as Clan Fallowshield slurred out a rousing rendition of Yellow Yellow, and several other scandalous dwarven songs of celebration. Sari was arm in arm with the dwarves, a fantastic grin upon her face. Bolt busied themselves with sharing their store of rock-coppered vodka, then settled in for an evening of people-watching, and Ezra sat at a table in a corner, nursing a mead. Mayor Bolin quieted down the crowd by standing on her chair and clanking her metal stein with a spoon. She said many nice things about our little group and expressed her deepest gratitude for our help in saving Bell's watch. She ended her speech by declaring us the Wayward Watch. I can think of no better name for our eccentric band of misfits. In all my life, I've never before felt like I was part of something quite as significant as I do now that I'm a member of the Wayward Watch. Lucan and I sat together for a bit and shared a drink. I gazed into his sparkling eyes as he expressed how proud he was of me. I could feel my face flush. I couldn't control my smile. He then reminded me that it was he who had trained me well. My heart, which was nearly pounding out of my chest, dropped into the pit of my stomach as the compliment he had just given me was swiftly taken away. I've come to find I am not my true self when I am with Lucan, and I hate myself for it. He has this powerful hold over me that I cannot explain. When I am with Sari, Victor, Ezra, or Bolt, I feel free to speak my mind, and they treat me with such love and respect. With Lucan, I am in a constant state of worry as I try to be the woman he wants me to be. I am ashamed of my girlish foibles. The next morning I was awoken by Goldie flitting about my room. She spoke quickly, and I had to ask her to repeat herself a few times to understand what she was trying to say. She explained that the trio had a mission for me and my friends. A rot has been spreading in Bleakwood Forest, the result of a terrible evil. If we failed to stop it, the world as we know it would cease to exist. She instructed me to find the people of the Blind One and to assist them in their plight. The trio granted me the boon of the claw for our mission, and Goldie promised me there was another gift waiting for me outside. I gently stroked her feathery back and said goodbye. She flew out the window and was gone with the breeze, but left a single gold feather on the windowsill, which I quickly braided into my hair. I made my way to Sari's room to wake her. I knocked, but there was no answer. The door to her room was not locked, and so I let myself in. Sari was nowhere to be found. At first, I thought perhaps she was passed out at one of the tables downstairs, but then I noticed a beautiful necklace lying on the table in her room. I approached it cautiously, then picked it up. As I did, I heard a chorus swell in my mind. I can only assume it was the choir and that this necklace was actually Craggy. I knew as I held the necklace that Sari had been sent on a mission of her own by the choir and that I was to keep the necklace safe while she was away. I woke Ezra and asked him to fetch Victor. I then found Bolt. They were in their room, finishing up a project at a workbench. I watched as Bolt coiled razor-sharp wire into a trap of sorts. I never know what invention Bolt will come up with next, and I can only hope I'm never on the receiving end of one of their weapons. We all met in the mess hall, and I explained the necklace and the trio's mission for us. We remembered that Ezra's professor friend had said the third ring had passed through Willow Creek Hollow and were on their way to Terrebonne. We speculated if they might be the people we were to find to help as Lucan approached our table. He asked if I was ready to leave for Terrebonne with him. My throat started to tighten, and I struggled to swallow back the lump that had formed there. I knew he wasn't going to like what I had to say. I looked at each of my friends' faces and their kindly eyes. They've all been very vocal about their feelings toward Lucan. They despise him. I summoned the grain of courage I had stored in my soul and told him that I couldn't travel with him to Terrebonne because I had been given instruction from my goddesses. If looks could kill, you would be attending my funeral today. He glared at me and said he would meet me in Terrebonne eventually, and that we could discuss where my loyalties lie. He turned and walked away. When he was gone, I felt a strange sensation fill my chest, which I can only describe as pride. Pride in myself for finally being true, for being brave, for choosing goodness. We made our way outside to see if this rot Goldie had told us about might have something to do with the cracking. We looked to the skies to see if the glowing purple crack had grown, but it looked how it always has, haunting and out of place, but not any worse. Suddenly we heard the growling of a large cat echoing through the street. It was followed by a loud thumping sound. The thumping grew louder and louder until we saw a beautiful bounder running down the street straight toward us. It came to a halt right in front of me. This bounder, unlike the ones I had seen in Six Hills, had long, floppy ears that almost brushed the ground with magnificent antlers like those of an elk atop its head. Its fur was a silver color, a dreamy gray with hints of chestnut brown, like the sky after a storm. It was wearing shining gold armor adorned with green leaf accents and a saddle that looked to be the perfect size for me. I put my head to the bounders and closed my eyes. I could feel his life energy surge through me. I knew he was a divine gift from my ladies. I ran my hands over his head and rubbed his soft furry ears between my fingers. A memory flashed through my mind of Father. He had taken me into the forest one day to check our trap line. We came upon one of the traps and found a small bunny struggling to get free. I expected Father to swiftly snap its neck so we could take it home for dinner that night. Instead, he gently held the rabbit and released it from the trap, sending it on its way. Father looked at me and said, "Sometimes we take a life. Other times we show mercy. It is a delicate balance, Evie, my girl, one you will learn with time." I opened my eyes and kissed my bounder on the head. "I shall call him Darian," I said, "after my father." It took us 2 days to travel to the forest. I rode Darian and the others procured horses for the journey. As we approached the edge of Bleakwood Forest, I felt like I was coming home. Deep down, I hoped I would happen to run into you or Father or any of my friends from Rowan. I knew it would be unlikely, but I kept searching through the looming trees for any sign of family. Eventually, we found a large blue tent surrounded by a dozen smaller tents. We heard the rhythmic pounding of a hammer on an anvil coming from the temporary settlement. As we approached the encampment, we found an older woman with beautiful dark skin weaving at a loom. She stood and warned us that we were approaching the tempered requiem, and to announce ourselves. We suspected that these people were the third ring we were looking for, and turned to Victor to do the speaking. Victor announced himself as Victor Odanta, and presented his blade to the woman, who called herself Lenora Faust. Lenora was the previous prime of the third ring, this tempered requiem. She recognized Victor, as his father was a member of this very ring. Their creed is to protect and defend. Victor explained our purpose in seeking out the wing, and Lenora invited us to meet with their current prime, her son. She led us through the camp. We watched a group in a clearing practicing a dance drill. They moved in perfect synchrony to the hammer of the blacksmith's forging delicate blades all around us. Lenora ushered us into a large tent. Hanging from the roof of the tent were dozens of glass cages filled with several varieties of butterflies. I could feel Bolt tense up at the sight of the winged creatures. I don't think they've quite recovered yet from our encounter with the butterflies in the Emerald Wild that nearly killed them. Standing behind a large desk were 2 men. One was tall with an irritable look on his face. He frowned at us, his cold, calculating eyes inspecting every member of our party. He walked off, and the other man greeted us with a hearty smile. His gray, dreaded hair perfectly complemented his warm, dark skin. He was even more handsome than Lucan, but I've come to find physical beauty can be deceiving. The man introduced himself as Ivan Faust, Lenora's son and prime of the third ring. I explained to Ivan our charge from the trio. He looked past me to Victor and Ezra, who were both kneeling out of respect. He gave a nod to Ezra. Ivan explained that a void rift had opened in a nearby village by the name of Karth. This void rift, unlike the others that have occurred throughout Aneria, never closed. They were sent an urgent message by the Opal Wing to help protect the village. When they arrived, the village was gone, completely obliterated. Even worse, as they inspected the village, they found that the graves of the dead had been opened, and the bodies were all missing. Ivan said he was happy to have our help and motioned to his attendants, who started dressing him in armor and equipping him with weapons. Ivan turned to Victor and told him that this would be a trial for him. If he could prove himself, Ivan might help find a path of forgiveness for Victor's mistakes. As we approached the demolished village of Karth, a thick fog rolled in at our feet. We could hear the crunch of dead grass beneath our feet with each step we took deeper into the mist. Soon we were hit with a wave of nauseous fumes. The smell of death surrounded us. The dead grass gave way to rocks swarmed with maggots. We heard a shout in the distance. Ivan turned to me for our plan. I asked Victor to scout ahead to see how many enemies we may be dealing with. If this void rift were anything like the one Sarah and I encountered in Potter's Path, the area would be teeming with undead. We tried to be completely still while Victor was gone, though it was difficult not to choke on the rancid air that filled our lungs. When Victor returned, he described what he found. There was a huge purple void rift in the middle of the fog. There were undead and orcs shambling about, following directions from a nasty-looking female orc with long, wicked claws. She had an imp on her shoulder and was yelling at the orcs as they stabilized several large pillars. A massive skeleton had emerged from the void rift, carrying another totem. Victor heard faint screams coming from within each. As Victor made way back to us, he carefully placed his blades on 3 of the skeletons patrolling the area. We crept up closer to the void rift to surprise our enemies. Victor called his blades back to him, killing the patrolling skeletons. Just as we were approaching the edge of the fog, I lost my footing and slipped. Victor called out to me as he tried to catch my arm, and in a matter of seconds, our surprise attack was thwarted. Bolt immediately threw out one of the wire traps I had seen them craft. It landed directly in front of the void rift, and a tangle of sharp wires erupted from it, entangling 2 of the undead. Bolt ran into the fray and was immediately attacked by 2 orcs, and then the massive skeleton. They blocked both attacks with their shield. The lady orc clicked her claws together, and a thick black magic oozed from her hands, spilling on me, Bolt, and Ezra. Ivan ran to one of the pillars and began hacking away at it, while fighting off orcs. I mounted Darian, and we charged at the skeleton. Darian rammed his head right into the skeleton's chest, and we heard the cracking of bones. Streaks of fire, Victor's knives, and Ezra's arrows sailed through the air, hitting orcs and imps. Bolt whipped the woman orc with their chain and exchanged blow after blow with the ugly monster. My vision started to blur as the void rift before us pulsed, and more skeletons emerged. Thankfully, Bolt's wire trap was perfectly placed, and they became caught in the wire like the others. As the skeletons emerged, we were able to look into the other side of the void rift, and could see a figure with red hair chained up to a pillar within the void. Ezra was impaling skeletons and undead left and right, each arrow leaving a streak of orange magic in its wake. He was soon attacked by the undead, and Ivan shouted at Victor to protect his team. Bolt and the orc woman continued to fight one another when Bolt was finally able to defeat her. As she fell to the ground, she shouted, "You'll never defeat Ogma." As this was happening, the giant skeleton before me exploded. I fell on my back, and Darian was gone. I knew I would be able to summon him back again, but losing him did help fuel my resolve to destroy the monster. I took up my longsword and called upon the power of the trio. As I sliced through the massive skeleton before me, my longswords flashed with green and gold energy, and the form of a bunny emerged from the tip, completely destroying the skeleton. There was nothing left but ash and soot. As the dust settled from the skeleton, Victor shattered one of the pillars with his knives and killed the final undead monster. He turned to Ivan and said, "I defend the weak. My team is not weak." My team destroyed the rest of the pillars, and green tendrils of magic were sucked back into the void rift. Like a piece of torn fabric getting stitched up, the void rift closed and vanished. The fog around our feet dissipated and the sun was soon shining again. Ivan gave Victor a look of true admiration. He said he was impressed and asked for Victor's forgiveness for not thinking Victor capable. He then asked Victor if he would like to travel with his wing for a while, to learn more of their ways and teachings. I am so excited for Victor and hope that Ivan will help him find his way back into the 8 rings. I have missed Sari and wish she could have fought with us today. I hope the choir of the Crags is taking good care of her. Love, Eve.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to session 13 of Tales of Aneria.
My lucky number.
The unlucky episode.
No.
Yep. Yes. It is Friday the 13th, and we're doing... Wait, no, it's not Friday. Sorry, I'm all over the place tonight. Welcome back, Colby.
Thank you.
It's good to have you in physical form once again.
I appreciate not being a hologram.
What did you do to Preston, though?
I turned him into a hologram.
Kind of looks Force ghosty.
A little bit. Yep.
You killed Preston?
We're a fantasy game, so he's an illusion. He's an illusory
A specter, a
Yep.
ghost.
Mm-hmm. But we're going to go ahead and just jump right into it tonight. If everybody remembers last time, you just heard the recap. Thank you, Torrey, as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. And but we're going to start tonight 2 days prior. Back at Bell's Watch, during their big celebration where the Wayward Watch got their name, and Seredan. We asked everybody else this question. What does Seredan do during the party?
Oh, she's living it up. She's celebrating, she's drinking, she's carousing.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe even getting in a fight.
Yeah. If you want to, Clan Fallow Shield is more than ready to throw down.
Just friendly
for
brawls.
anything. Yep.
Leg wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Please do.
Not like no feats of strength. I have an 8 strength. It's like,
A random caterer
it's like
walks
weapons.
by and you're like,
only
hey.
with weapons.
Only
or like
with
like blunted weapons are fine, but like yeah.
Like somebody's like, hey,
I'm
let's
really
get
good
into a
with
fist fight, and
weapons.
you're like, great. Brass knuckles, and Craggy turns into brass knuckles. Here we
There you
go.
Yeah, the bow staff. I mean, take your pick.
Yeah. At one point during the night, I actually did want to say that Gerard comes up to you. And he sits down and he clinks mugs with you just as a way of greeting.
And I'm definitely drinking out of Craggy.
Of course, yeah,
for sure.
Gotta respect the patron, right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure that'll go fine for you. And he goes, "You fought well tonight. I'm very impressed."
Well,
I mean, I did tell you that we'd be leading the charge, did I not?
And you did.
But in all seriousness, I will admit I was impressed with your clan as well. You fought excellently.
Kind of getting over that prejudice there.
I'm working on it.
Good.
I'm finding that not all things that my dad told me about Clan Foul Shield were true.
There's some of us that are closer to home to the stories than we'd like to admit, but it's more of a condition of our exile than anything else. But,
I know what it's like to feel like you don't belong and you're a little bit homeless.
well, I mean, you've got a good family around you, it looks like.
Yes, my adopted family, absolutely.
Panda, a bunch of drunkards, and me and Bolt's gonna like.
Yeah. Bolt's trying to chat up a girl about buttresses.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Eve's taking a swim in a
Yeah, she's
in
outside
a
in the
water
trough.
trough.
Oh boy.
And he goes, as someone who is clanless, it is my capability to extend an offer. And he pulls out a scroll and he sets it on the table and he goes, if you feel like you ever want a clan, Fallow Shield would be happy to have you.
Don't leave us.
Well, so, okay.
It doesn't sorry, we should clarify that a clan doesn't
I need an answer
have
now.
to leave.
Right.
Yeah, it's just more
Good.
like a symbolic, gesture.
So
It's like when an orc gets their last name, right? Like,
So because Sari has no like internal dialogue, right? It's just all
the choir.
right. Yeah. She just kind of looks at it, and she you can see her get thoughtful for a second, and she's like, "My dad promised me that one day I would be adopted into his clan, but it hasn't happened yet. I probably wouldn't even be with him if my mother was still alive and the queen hadn't basically forced him to take me in. So yes, I am a bit of a bastard. Thank you for your offer." She kind of takes the scroll and she says, "I will give it some serious thought, if for no other reason than because it would get under my dad's skin. Rile his hackles like nothing I've ever done."
Never a better reason. And he smashes kegs. I said kegs. Mugs with you. I can't just like it. Yeah. Full on. Yeah. I can't believe I did that again. Oh my gosh.
I just imagine this huge barrel with a tiny handle.
Yeah.
And they're still
Gerard, yeah.
and
Definitely
he's still
chugged
like,
out of it.
yeah, it's probably like as big as him.
Yeah.
Or he uses his stone fist to grab the big handle. and drink.
Totally.
He says, at the very least, consider it a favor if you show that to the stone, or to the, not the stone, the
Fellow Shield.
Fallow Shield clan. We'll help you out.
I shall. Thank you. Sincerely.
Of course. Now, come on. There's more drinking to do.
Absolutely.
Just so I actually have a clarifying question that I want to ask. What is Seredan's Da's clan?
The Stoneward.
It is Stoneward. Okay.
So she uses the name, but she hasn't been given like official status. Do you know what I mean? So
Poser.
yeah, a little bit, or maybe more like as like thumbing her nose at So yeah.
Bite my thumb at you.
The following is something else that happened, and then we'll go ahead and get right back into everything else. But several hours into the victory celebration finds Seredan plenty intoxicated. And we're going to have you roll to see how many drinks you've had.
7.
7.
Based on my performance at the Brewfest, that's probably enough to have me pretty,
7 beers is not a lot.
under the table.
7 shots of whiskey is a lot.
Yeah.
Or was it 7 kegs?
Even better.
Yeah.
7 pony kegs.
Ooh.
It looks like Bell's Watch is pulling out all the stops, and after a worrying brush with the Emerald Wilds, they're more than happy to party, and Clan Fallowshield looks like they're no strangers to revelry either. The kegs are tapped, chants are picked up, and at the center of it all is the newly named Wayward Watch. Every time Sari believes she has finished her drink, Gerard or one of the other dwarves is immediately by your side to fill it up again. So 7 continuous drinks of varying types. You do taste some of the Rock Smasher,
Rock Hopper
vodka, because
Oh, boy.
those definitely got tapped for this. You're just ramping up with the clan, belting out the chorus to Yellow Yellow, a Malagoth drinking song, when all other sound is drowned out by the deep rumbling of voices in your mind. The edges of your vision begin to darken, and shadows flit about elusively in your eyes. Seredan Stoneward, the voices call, their chant dark yet eternally steady. You are called, you will answer. Nobody around Sari
Is it
seems...
coming from my mug?
It's coming from all around you, but you can tell that it is. You're
But
undercutting my scene.
It is the choir.
It is the choir. Yep, you can clearly tell that this is the choir. Nobody around you seems to react to the voice. That's pretty typical. Nobody seems to be reacting to your movement. In fact, they're all in that weird slow motion, like chanting, laughing kind. Yeah, that happens sometimes in movies and real life if you're weird or normal. It's fine. You can be weird. And so you kind of turn around until you see a dark cloaked figure watching you from the doorway that leads deeper into the keep. And as you turn and you fully direct your attention towards it, it slips through the door like an inky black ooze. And the message is pretty clear. You will follow.
Yes, I will. I won't hesitate. I'll just get up and, I might be sort of walking crooked, but, making my way.
You open the
Making my
door
way downtown.
to a room that's not yours, and there's just an old guy in a tub. Like, oops, sorry.
Wrong room.
I mean, Sarah, that's my name. Not sorry.
Not sorry. You arrive at your room. You close the door, and as soon as you do, you feel Craggy start to shift in your hand, and it turns from its mug form, so it drops and spills the alcohol on the ground. Yeah. Eve didn't notice the floor was sticky the next morning. And it turns into that kind of nebulous ball of light that happened like when Glitterbug touched it. And just kind of, it almost feels, it's that same kind of intense light that permeates everything like Altsteel is. And you can feel it tug on your body, your mind, your soul. Every piece of you gets tugged, and it just pulls you into it completely and just swallows you whole.
Do I make the same popping noise that Craggy makes when I turn it into something else?
Yep.
See how you like it.
And in the end, all
This
that
one
is
was your
left.
back cracking, though, instead.
Was he fold tiny in?
Yeah. Maybe we should have had her turn around.
Yeah. Not bendable this way.
But all that is left is a locket with a music note on it.
Okay.
And it floats itself over, just because I know what you're thinking. It floats itself over and lays itself down on the desk for Eve to find the next morning.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and fast forward 2 days to the Tempered Requiem. Words, speech, mouth, work. And you guys are enjoying a nice dinner with Tempered Requiem. It's not a like full-on celebration party, but you did close a Void Rift. They are, they're grateful for the help.
They're kind of like serious people, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. The 8 rings are very much a bunch of like wet blankets.
Soggy sandwiches.
Yeah.
Everyone except for Victor stands out like a sore thumb, right, in the group.
Yep. Yeah. And specifically, Victor and Ivan are speaking to one another, and they've been talking to each other pretty much the entire way back. And you've learned that Victor is going to be going on a special foray to try and learn the secrets of the Tempered Requiem. So basically, this adventure that Victor is going to go on is it's like a training session in the woods. They're going to teach him some specific Tempered Requiem skills. They're going to teach him a little bit more about.
Is he going just with Ivan or with several members of the group?
It'll just be with Ivan. The rest of the group is going to be moving out. Well, they'll be remaining here until they get back, and then they'll be heading up to Terrebonne.
Cool.
After that. And it sounds like Victor is also very excited because there's some forging involved. He's going to try and forge his own dagger to add to his collection. So, yeah.
Nice.
Fancy.
But Ivan does come up to the rest of the group and he says, while we're gone, if you'd like, you can stay here or you can move on. And we can have Victor meet up with you once we get to Terrebonne.
I think for the night, if we could stay here for the night.
Absolutely. We have a tent set aside for you. We have food for your horses. And does your mount? Well, I'm very sorry to hear about your mount.
He's quite all right. In fact, Darian.
Okay. So you're going to cast Find Steed.
Yeah.
And that green mist kind of coalesces again. You guys hear the thumping of paws. Is that what? Yeah. Bunnies have paws, right? Yeah. The thumpers. You hear the thumping of the thumpers. And then
The Luckies.
Yeah, the Luckies. And then Darian bursts out of the mist and basically like.
No, Scott. I just understood what you were saying. That's so rude.
Squirt bottle. Bad boat.
But Darian does basically tackle you to the ground and start just like furiously sniffing everywhere to make sure that you're okay, make sure that everything's fine, that there's no injuries that he needs to tend to, even though he's a rabbit.
Oh, little buddy, it's okay. I'm okay. Are
Let
you
me
okay?
lick the wounds closed.
Don't lick me.
He does not lick you this time.
His tongue like.
Good Darian.
Almost, yeah. But yeah, so you guys can go ahead. You can go into the tent. Victor and Ivan, pretty much after dinner, get packs together and they leave into the woods into the middle of the night. And yeah, you can all fall asleep. You can take a long rest.
Yes.
Nice.
And as you do, we're going to zoom in on Eve's locket, the locket that Eve is currently wearing. And we're going to go into wherever it is that Seredan ended up. And where that is this kind of nebulous mist that surrounds you. And out of the corner of your eye, it looks like different architecture in different areas. You can see you can vaguely see like the stone halls of Malagoth City. And when you're trying to move that direction again, it's just mist. And then out of the corner of your left eye, you see architecture that looks similar to what you would see in Terravon or Bell's Watch. And just everywhere you look, wherever you look, it doesn't look like anything. It's just mist and hooded figures. And all of these cloaked and hooded figures, various shapes and sizes. You can't see any specific details on them. They're just kind of standing around, and you hear that kind of low humming
Cold
away
War.
from them. I mean, he's a warlock, so
The graveyard scene in A Christmas Carol.
I was
No,
gonna say
they're,
Harry Potter, but
it's
that,
yours, Ebenezer.
No, Spirit, I'll do anything.
Which version of the Christmas Carol?
Jim Carrey, obviously.
I was just thinking the
Mouse.
play version, which I've been in.
That one, yeah, cool.
Yeah, man.
That one's not bad.
Were
you one of the hooded figures in the
I
background?
was. We did this awesome, modern dance as these hooded figures. I thought it was cool.
It's like, it was like Thriller meets Christmas.
We'll link a video of that.
We will not.
Let's check the archives.
No thanks.
We did something similar for Macbeth, actually. We were all playing like these.
What did you say?
We're not.
The play
This isn't
that
a
cannot
play.
be named.
We're just playing.
Okay. Hey, if we're all cursed, it's because
play,
of
play.
Cory.
You're welcome.
And it's the 13th episode.
Yeah, that too. Oh my gosh, the 13th episode curse.
We better hurry this up.
Yeah, this episode, we're on borrowed time. So a figure steps forward out of the mass of hooded figures and says, Seredan, you have used our power to great effect. And he kind of, nods. Craggy is with you physically at this point and still in mug form. So if you want to
I'll be
switch it out, yeah,
Halberd,
back to
or
the
I mean
place.
glaive.
But we must know if you are worthy for the next step in your journey. Each wielder of our power has come with strength and tenacity all their own. Malik pulled his strength from within himself, his confidence propelling him to greater and greater heights. Ghana's strength came from her heritage, a proud warrior from a long line of warriors. Brannigan found strength in vengeance, striving to kill the man who destroyed his family. Where does Seredan Stoneward pull her strength from?
Excuse me, it's now Fallow Shield.
Not yet. But maybe.
Freaking Avatar. You're a freaking Avatar right now.
Ooh. If we
Am
get
I
an
Aang
Appa,
or Korra? I'm Korra.
Yeah, you're correct.
we can get an Appa, then we can fly alongside.
You already have a floppy-eared mount.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you can ride too.
Can't fly.
Yet.
Bolt has
Wink.
ideas.
Sere gets very serious for a moment, as she is occasionally wont to do, not often, and says, I need power. Power to protect the ones that I love. To keep my family from getting hurt. When my mother died, I have desired nothing more than an ability to stop anyone else that I love from perishing. I will do whatever it takes.
We shall see. And the choir picks up and he raises his hands into the air, and you can see kind of this bright light, even though it's not permeating the mist and revealing these figures anymore, kind of hang overhead, And then you hear kind of these, not shouts of surprise, of alarm, as Eve, Ezra, and Bolt drop down from the ceiling and land onto the misty ground. You've all been pulled into the locket yourselves, waking up from your long rest. So you did take the long rest completely, but you are now within the locket as well.
Butterflies.
I just say,
What's going on?
Craggy, what is this vision?
This is no vision. We'll see if you can protect those you love. And the cloaked figure waves a hand, and this kind of doorway materializes and opens up and says, 3 trials await you. No, 4. Sorry, 4 trials await you.
4? Is it 4?
All of the fingers like.
4. Yeah.
4. They all say in unison.
4 trials await you. We will see if you can protect them, and if they can protect you, and if you are worthy of your task.
I run up to Eve and to everybody else. Evie, are you all right? Are you really here? What's happened? How long have I been in here?
Several days?
It feels like only moments.
Is this a dream or...
I don't believe so.
Start like poking everyone, make sure they're like real.
Yeah, they're all physical formed.
We were at the revel. I was pretty drunk. I heard a voice. It was Craggy. I saw a figure. I followed him in. Next thing I know...
You're in the necklace.
I don't know that, but I was sort of folded in half and sucked into this light, and now I'm here, and now you're here, and... Oh, I feel like I may have endangered you all.
Eve, do you still have the locket?
I know you do not.
It's gone.
Did I notice anything? Since I don't actually sleep, I go into Sentry's Rest, where I'm still conscious and awake.
Yeah, you would have seen the locket turn back into that nebulous light form moments before it pulled you in.
It seemed like the locket from Eve turned into a globe of light of some sort, and then the next thing I know, I'm falling down into this.
This locket is where I ended up.
We found it in your room, and when we all held it, we could hear the choir, and we knew that you were in there.
We couldn't smell you, though.
We did try.
We tried.
She laughs.
I tried to turn you into a cup, and it didn't work.
Well, I should think
was
not.
very determined.
That is a very personal privilege. Thank you very much.
A little bit of grumbling from
We've been traveling, Sarah. We left Bell's watch. We're in Bleakwood Forest.
And where is Vicky?
He left with a member of the 8th, 6th, 3rd
Wing?
Eight,
Or
seven,
was
six,
it
five,
wing ring? I always kept
wing
repeating.
ring.
Is he all right?
He's fine. I think they're giving him a chance to prove himself. We were just taking a rest in a tent that they set up for us, and we defeated some skeletons and things like that. I wish you were
Was there another rift?
There was.
I missed it.
I know. You would have loved it. And it was incredible. And
It was
Darian.
really scary.
Where's Darian?
Zoom back out of the locket, Darian, and just kind of like looks around a little bit and then falls back asleep. A little concerned. but
Nibbling on
Freaking
some,
Darian.
nibbling on some dandelions.
laying on the locket?
He's
Dandelion.
gnawing on it a little
Delicious.
bit. Yeah. Yep, definitely protected. It's like around one of his antlers. So.
I have a Darian now, but
You have a Darian?
I hope you can meet him. My own bounder.
Wait, is he the racing type?
He's adorable.
He is very fast, yes.
And adorable. Long floppy ears.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yes.
I think I can be a fan. Where did he come from? Wait, we don't have time.
It's fine.
Explain it later. Right?
Forge
The
us.
choir's just like sitting there, like they're not saying anything. You guys can keep talking if you want.
Apparently, okay, so Craggy, or I suppose a past version of the previous possessor of the Choir of the Crags, or the previous person who Craggy was patron to, was asking me where I got my power from, or what I suppose drove me, and being honest, as I am wont to do, I let him know that above all things I crave power. Don't think ill of me. It's because I want the ability to protect the ones that I love, my family, and you're frankly more family than any other that I have right now. And upon hearing that, suddenly you all showed up. You fell out of the sky from the mist. And I suppose they're giving me some sort of test to see if I can actually protect you after all, but I will.
I know you will.
What do we have to do? What do I have to do? Keep them safe.
All of the hooded figures just like point to the door in unison.
Not more archways indoors.
I'm not afraid of doors.
This seems to be a theme with our
Glitter
group.
bug? She's
Madam?
not here.
Fine, let's go. Can they stay here while I go do whatever this test is?
Sere, you're not going alone.
You
We
said
have
it
your back.
yourself, we're a family.
And we're pretty capable of protecting ourselves. If you could have seen the last fight, you would have known. We did it without you. It was rough, and we missed you.
She's mad about that. What would my Vanguard captain say? Not only was I not first into the breach, I wasn't even through the breach at all.
Well, technically, none of us went through the breach.
It's a matter of speech. It's a figure of speech.
We did see something on the other side, but we can talk about that later.
Actually, the rift is a breach. I'm going through one.
Oh, man.
This is getting very scary.
Right. Let's go through the door then. Thank you for having my back.
Should we all hold hands? No? Okay. Just me.
Just me and Eve.
You just hold your own hand. Is that what you said? Just me.
Eve and I will, and then we'll look at everybody else and be like, fine. And we'll skip.
Oh, Ezra!
But I won't
I'll
skip.
grab everyone in a big bear hug.
So we've got the Tin Man, we've got the
Follow the
Scarecrow,
yellow
I don't know, Dorothy, and what
Are
am
you
I?
Toto?
It's either that or the Cowardly Lion.
I'll be the
That's
cowardly
fine.
lion.
Victor is Glenda the Good Witch. Glenda? Yes,
Galinda.
Galinda.
With a guy.
With a guy.
The guy.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Although he says Valinda.
That's an epic dice each for that lovely moment about family.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's
coming in.
No.
Post him in the
Bolt's
comments.
bald too.
And then one more for Seredan, because I saw the jealousy when she said Darian on
Yes.
your face there.
It was real.
Yep.
Well, and the Bounder.
Yeah.
The Bounder and, well, never mind. You can cut this out. But when I was watching the last episode earlier today, and you were going on and on about Fabio or whatever.
Fabio.
And I was like, oh, it's a good thing Sarah's not there.
We all hate you.
Yeah.
That's fine. We all love that.
He sounded delicious.
I hate Lucan. Bolt has no feelings either way. Although the last time he was kind of a dick, so that
Yeah.
probably pushed.
He was rude.
Lucan?
No, I don't mean Lucan.
We're not
I mean
him. We're talking about
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
The night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. The prime of the Lapis Wing.
He was pretty sexy. Let's
He
be
was.
honest.
We all agree.
He succeeded on his sexy check.
Yep. His
You totally did. Sexy Jack.
100%. All right, so you guys enter through the door. As the last few steps through, the doors slam shut, and the doorway just kind of vanishes. And you are in complete darkness. Even
Feels comfortable.
even
This looks
darkness
familiar.
that you cannot see.
Feels uncomfortable.
Now you know how I feel.
I just take a few steps forward and have my glaive at the ready.
It was good things we were holding hands.
And as you do, you hear the sound of stone underneath you. You can kind of hear some rubble kind of kick away as your boot crosses step by step.
I cast create bonfire like 10 feet out from me
Okay.
just to try and get some light.
There is no light from your bonfire.
So like I can't see the bonfire.
I'm going to pick up a rock and infuse it with light just to see if
Okay.
anything shows up.
Now, what does your light do? 'Cause it's a different. So the fire doesn't work, but this actually does.
Okay.
but I think it's only like 5 feet.
It's bright light in 5 feet and dim for an additional 5.
Okay, yep. So Bolt holds up his hand and takes that pebble and turns it into a glowing rock. And you can see just the barest hint of the outside. There are certain places where this darkness is pushing back against that feels more like your magical darkness, but that even you cannot see through. But you do see the vague outlines of what appears to be this ruined temple of some sort. And then as you guys are kind of like progressing through, because I'm assuming we're not just standing around.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Like as you guys are moving through, you are seeing like these bubbles of darkness and everything, and you can hear the faint whispers as something is within these globes.
I want to poke one of them with my glaive.
So as you do, this
Why?
this black claw comes out and tries to slash at you. So we're going to
I'm
roll
scared.
an attack here.
Oh, I'm already so scared.
Ooh, nightmare. Ew.
Is this based on my night terrors?
Yes.
Oh my
Sorry.
gosh,
No,
no.
that wouldn't be that cruel.
That's terrifying.
You managed to dodge out of the way. All right, now that the mood lighting is set up, so that claw comes out and slashes at you, but you're able to pull back away quick enough. And then from deeper into the hall, you hear a voice that sounds. It just sounds a little. Gargly isn't the right word that I want to say, but
Gravelly?
that's like gravelly. It's sort of like almost like. You remember, well, you don't remember because you never spoke with them, but your characters remember how Hathor and Mirth spoke, and it was very much like they were underwater all the time, almost.
Got it.
And you hear that voice say, so you think... I was just about to say, so you think the darkness is your ally, but that is something else. So you think you can control the darkness better than we can? Let's find out.
Oh, I'm seriously
Show
afraid
yourselves.
right now. Show yourself.
And they chuckle and say, "Can't you see us?"
Can I?
No, you cannot. The only light you have goes out to 10 feet. So you kind of like start turning the thing around, and as you bring it around in front of you, you all see a Quathan woman, and she
Alan
just
Wake.
like out of nowhere,
Yeah.
deep black eyes. She's got this wicked, tooth-filled grin on her face. There's that tiny little fin on the back there, and she's carrying a trident. And as she like comes into view, her trident thrusts forward, and a blast of water hits all of you. So I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Cool.
Oh, dang it. Cool. Dang it. Okay, let's see.
I'm sure I failed.
So,
I got an 8.
Ezra got an 8.
gets
8.
10.
Bolt got an 8. Seredan got a 10.
16.
16. So Eve is the only one who makes her save. Everyone else is pushed 10 feet into one of these globes of darkness.
Oh,
And that is how we are going to start combat tonight. So I need everyone to
that's
roll
what they
me
do in haunted
initiative.
houses. They separate you and you get way scared and you panic.
I am like, my stomach feels like it's up in my throat.
Is it too much?
No, it's fine.
We're okay? Okay.
I can do
All right.
this.
So let's go ahead and get some initiatives here. Bolt, why don't you tell me your initiative?
that would be a 16, sir.
16.
I also got a 16.
Same
I
here.
also got a 16.
Really?
Whoa.
I really did.
That is
Quick,
trippy.
somebody roll for Victor. We need to see.
Victor got
Roll his dice.
not a 16.
Plus whatever his
It's still
his
not a 16.
thing.
Unless he has a plus 14 to his dexterity.
That's incredible, guys. You are in sync for these challenges, which hopefully shall serve you well.
Creepy episode 13.
We're a boy band for this episode. We're in sync.
Okay.
Love it.
Bye, bye, bye.
So,
It's probably also 98 degrees in here.
Whoa. And we're on the back street, and 2 of us are boys. So,
Yeah.
One.
Just 2.
oh, just
oh, you mean in character?
yeah. I mean, I guess just one.
Yeah, out of character, only 2 of us are boys. Can you guess which ones?
The answer may surprise you.
Ah.
Okay. So the first thing that is going to happen here. Let me just think about that for just a second.
Did the Adequathan also get a 16?
That'd be creepy.
That would be.
No.
Okay.
She got a 15.
Wow, it's close.
There are a few things that happen before you guys go.
So,
now
question.
I've just organized this, by the way, rather than you guys can basically put yourself in whatever order you want since you'll have the same one. There's nobody.
how did
You
Ezra
have
and
the
I
higher
get? Did we
dex.
get pulled into?
No, so this blast of water.
What's your dex?
Oh, that's right.
from the
Sure,
darkness.
yeah.
Sorry.
What's your dexterity?
What's your dex?
My dex is 12.
Okay, so then it goes you, me,
One
and
of
then
us.
you two are the same. So I guess
So
you gotta
then
choose.
after that, it goes to.
I'll go after. That's fine.
What does it go to after?
I don't know.
Is it con?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
After Dex. But
It's
we'll
probably
do.
gonna be you.
So we'll do Ezra, Seredan, Bolt, Eve. Then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I don't want to rearrange all the initiatives. Like, the initiatives are the same, Cory. That's the thing. All right. So the first thing that happens is a claw attack on Ezra and Bolt from the shadows.
I'm not going to say oh no because I can't see anything coming at me.
That's true.
Do you
Bolt.
still have your thing?
I do have the light. Is light working here?
Not in this glob of shadow. Basically, it looks like Sarah's darkness spell. Basically,
Magical darkness.
that is a
I put it in my mouth
okay.
just in case.
That is a 16
What does
to
it
hit
taste
Bolt.
like?
Tastes like rocks.
That misses.
That misses. Yeah.
And then a 22 to hit
Yeah.
Ezra.
That hits.
So you're going to take 5 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And you lose 1 point of strength.
Ooh.
As this claw rends not through your armor, but through your very soul and saps some of your energy.
Override score.
What did you get us into, Sarah?
Okay, that hurts.
And then Seredan is going to have an attack on her as well.
Can I see what's attacking me with my devil sight?
Man, that takes me down.
Yes,
to a
actually, you
-1.
can.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and say that within this darkness you can see normal.
I thought you meant
Okay.
hell.
And what you see is a shadow, a shadowy figure.
Ooh.
So we'll go ahead and throw that out there.
That's scary.
I really don't like that. That is so gross looking. Does that have snakes for hair? What is that?
Oh, it's just a
Dude, it looks
crazy,
like
hair. Crazy ghost hair.
it looks like in Home Alone when he gets electrocuted.
Yeah.
And it rolls a 12 to attack you because it
Yes.
does not have advantage on you.
Ooh,
Okay.
scary.
And then I believe that is all of those. And then it is Ezra's turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna fire off in the direction that the claw hit me from.
Okay.
Like I have no idea where it's at, so I'm guessing this is disadvantage because
Yes.
it can see me.
Yep.
Okay.
Come on, Ezzy.
Oh man. Okay, so that will be
And
a.
are you using any? Are you using a regular arrow?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just using regular because like I don't know what's here, so it's just like a normal.
No
shot.
sharpshooter and no
Right.
magical arrow.
So that is a 17 to hit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me damage.
Okay.
I won't tell you whether or not it hits.
That will be 6 damage.
I'll go ahead and mark this down as a potential. Okay. So yeah, you fire off an arrow into the darkness. You're not quite sure if it hit anything. You don't hear any sort of like shrieking or anything like that.
Did I like hear the arrow hit anything on the other end, like a solid object or anything?
Yes, technically you did hear it hit on the other end, but
Okay.
whether or not that means
Can't
anything after
make out what. Like
Yeah.
if it was stone or
Mhm,
okay.
or flesh, yeah.
Okay.
But you are level 5 if you'd like to make a second
Oh,
attack.
that's right. Yeah. New levels. That is a 15 to hit.
15. Okay, go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay,
again.
don't knock that dice. That will be 10 damage. I wasted 2 19s. I'm so sad.
Okay. Yeah, so you fire off, you hear that same thunk. Are you going to stay where you are?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll stay where I am because I don't know what's going on. So
Okay.
this could be safer than out there. I don't know at this point.
Seredan.
Okay. So I can see it. I'm assuming it can see me as well.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action cast the Hex spell on it.
Okay.
And yeah, and then I'm gonna take some swings. So, I don't have advantage. So that's a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Okay.
And you can clearly see, like,
It's like
Crags
cutting
through.
into.
Is your weapon magical yet?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since level 2, actually.
Okay, good to know.
Or
Go ahead and roll
level
me
3,
damage.
sorry. Okay, so that is a 10. Plus my hex. Okay, so that's. Sorry. It's 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay. Yeah, you cleave a good, like, chunk. You can see it kind of go incorporeal, and it's trying to pull itself back together.
Okay.
But it is still up.
And I'll take a second attack.
Okay.
And that is not a crit because I don't have Hexblade's Curse on it, but it was a 19.
I thought you had. Oh, you just hexed it.
Just Hex, yeah, not Hexblade's Curse.
A
So that's
19 will hit. Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's a 27.
Yep.
For 17 damage.
17. Yeah, and then the backswing just takes off the head, and the thing just
Nice.
disperses back into the shadows.
Okay. And I just shout out, like, "You all right, Evie? I'm here in the darkness. I just killed whatever was attacking me. Be right there."
Okay. Would you like to move?
I don't think I would
Okay.
right now.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna test something first. Actually, I take that back. No, I'm gonna stay here.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Bolt, it is your turn.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to leave the darkness, but since I can't see where I'm going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. So I'm going to walk basically this way. I'm going to walk until I either hit something or
Yeah, so
get out of the
you
darkness.
basically hit that kind of crumbling stone wall.
I can like move around it.
Mhm.
Get out of the
you
darkness.
you are going to take an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And I need you to roll me. Let's have you roll me a wisdom saving throw as well, as you basically pass through something that you're not supposed to.
Well, that's a 3.
Okay.
Popping.
So you're going to take a little bit of damage from that. Take 6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then the attack against you was a 20 to hit.
Yeah, it's
And then from that, you're going to take 10 necrotic damage. And-
So, as a reaction,
Okay.
I'm going to. I think I can do it on absorb elements. Nope. Yeah. Never mind. Because it's
It's not
acid,
an
cold,
element,
fire, lightning.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then your strength is also reduced by 1 from the attack.
Okay.
Do you think each of these 4 dwarves holds, like, the spirit of someone who used to have Craggy as a weapon?
But now you are out of the darkness. And as soon as you step out, that the stone in your mouth illuminates.
I do spit it back into my shield hand, just
Okay.
so
Yeah,
I can
it
hold
illuminates 10 feet or 5 feet and then another 5 feet in front of you. And you can see the darkness again. I don't think it quite reaches
No. Yeah.
Edequathan.
Can I, sorry, I meant, I should have asked this. Can I see out of the darkness that I'm in?
Everything outside the darkness that you're in is normal, like pitch black darkness, not magical darkness, and your
Okay.
double sight doesn't do anything for.
It does, actually.
It doesn't?
It does.
It does?
Yeah, it
Sorry.
says,
I said it doesn't.
I'll just read the description.
I thought it
you
did.
can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance
dim light. Is the
to a distance
issue.
of 120 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can go ahead. You can see the battlefield.
Okay, cool.
So
That's
when
all I need to do.
as I leave the darkness and go,
Yeah.
you know,
slide through something.
Yeah.
Shiver. It shivers your, not bones, but your metal bones.
I call out, "Where is everyone? Sound off!"
Can we hear him?
Yeah.
I'm here. In the little darkness bubble across the way.
Basically, I'm just trying to get find out.
Yep. Yeah. You,
Here.
Right behind you.
okay, yeah, you have the general location.
So I'm actually going to move towards Eve. So I want to kind of climb over because I have 1, 2. So I have 3 or 4 more squares of movement.
Yeah, you can get onto the other side of the...
Okay, I want to get onto the other side and get right there. Okay, now that I can see this lady.
Yep, so you land down. Again, you illuminate that 5 feet, so she's no longer in dim light.
I say,
There is a slight pocket of darkness because he does shed dim light, which I think it doesn't
Well,
get affected by double sight.
I think anyone can
Anyway.
see in dim light. It's just
I can't. I don't
the
know
darkness.
I'm just a dungeon master. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm gonna as I see that Aquathan, I'm gonna kind of scramble faster to get right next to Eve, and I'm like, well, let my friends go, and I'm gonna hit her twice with my Thunder Gauntlet. Because I have 2 attacks this time. So it's 23.
That'll hit.
Four damage, 4 thunder damage.
Okay.
I think it's thunder damage. Yeah, 4 thunder damage,
And then disadvantage, right?
and then disadvantage on any attacks that aren't me.
Okay.
And then second attack is a 22
That'll hit.
for 10 damage, 10 thunder damage.
Okay. Yeah, just
Double
just
disadvantage
like
now. No, just kidding.
just like a couple quick punches.
Yep.
Kind of. She
Yeah,
brings
but
out the trident.
I kind of
it smashes
bash her
into
with the shield,
Mhm.
and then uppercut her right to the face even.
Okay. Cool. Anything else you'd like to do?
And then bonus action to get myself some temps with my armor. Eve.
All right.
Yeah, there was a terrifying moment where you were in darkness there, as all your friends were basically knocked away. But now Bolt is back out. And you can see her in front of you again.
Feeling a little bit better here. Good work, Bolt. I will cast Bless on my 3 friends.
Can you see them?
she has
They
blindness.
just have to be within range. I don't have to be able to see them.
Oh yeah, it doesn't say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we looked that up earlier.
Well, and with her blind sight, she would be able to at least see the 2 of us, I suppose. Right?
You are blessed. And you are blessed.
And I am concentrating.
So we've just been holding them right here, so you just kind of remember.
Oh yeah.
And then she's
That's that way they can actually stand next to one another. I like that. I am as well.
The lights are down. Everybody's being a bit quieter, so you can we can speak up a bit. It's okay. It's just so
We're
cozy.
spooked,
I know.
man.
It's like a-
We're scared. Okay, that is my turn.
Hush whispers.
Hush,
Yes.
little baby.
So, yep, you quickly call on the trio. Their power still flows through you, even here, wherever here is, and you guys feel that. Basically, do you assign one of the trio to each of them? I like this with Bless.
Ooh, yes. So we are assigning the claw right here.
Hey, that's serendipitous.
The claw, the fang, the talon.
The claw's gonna get you. You're scared of
Again, get you. The claw.
So the next thing to go is the Aquathan. And she is going to smirk and she's going to say, I'm interested to see how much Seredan values you. And she's going to attack Bolt.
Oh no.
And crits.
The answer is
Why?
less than Eve.
Because she's made out of butterflies. That's the secret.
That's it. Part shark, part butterfly.
All pain.
$20 psychic damage.
Yikes.
As this trident rends through
Goodness
your
gracious.
mind as well as through your body. And then as a
Let's
bonus
unlock
action,
more memories.
Through your processing unit, do you have a brain?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a robot.
Oh, okay. I don't know that much about
Warforged,
Warforged.
Warforged, you're basically, so they're created by someone, and what animates them is like a soul. So they have like, in some of the lore they have like living wood as their core material, and then they have like, you know, metal armor on top, or more durable armor on top, you know, of that. So
You are the monster from Frankenstein.
And then as her bonus action, she pulls her trident back and she slams it into the ground, and a geyser of water is going to spurt up beneath your feet.
what?
A bidet.
A geyser is going to spray. Yeah, a bidet of water is going to spray up beneath your feet. So I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw again, please.
Bidets are fantastic.
Yeah. They are.
3.
3. Okay. So it launches you 10 feet into the air,
Okay.
and so you're going to land. You're going to take a d6 of damage.
Oh.
You're going to take 6 bludgeoning damage, and you're knocked prone.
And you're prone.
Oh no!
Maybe I should stay in the darkness.
Oh,
This episode sponsored by bidets.
hang on. Does a
We're shiny,
21 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to re-roll that damage. She had disadvantage because for this combat, your light is considered sunlight for her sensitivity.
So how much damage was it initially?
It was 20?
23?
23?
20? No, it was 20 damage.
Yep. And then, so instead, it is going to be 10 psychic damage. So just
That's
add
much
10.
better.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
So technically, yeah, I'll add 10.
Yeah. Yep, my apologies on that. Okay.
I have slightly less of a headache this time.
And then it is
Damn time magic reversing things.
more enemies. One of them is going to come out from that, darkness right there. And it is going to rush towards Bolt, who's on the ground. It kind of like cringes back as it gets within your light, but then it's going to try and attack you anyway, so it's disadvantage and advantage for a 7 to hit.
That misses.
Okay, so it tries to claw at you, but you like bring up your shield and you're able to deflect it.
I bring up the light in front of its
yeah.
face and like.
Perfect. And then 2 more come out from the other darkness.
What are these things called?
Shadows. These are
Oh.
shadows. Yep. And those ones are bring weight race because because of reasons.
Got him first. Torrey.
Oh, yeah. Where are they go?
There's your Ebenezer.
They come out of there.
Where are they going?
Ebenezer.
One of them is going right into the darkness with Seredan
Okay.
and going to attack you. The other one is going to slash at Eve, rush up and slash at Eve. So the one on Seredan first. I believe that's within 10 feet of Bolt on the one on Eve, right?
Yeah. So it's in dim light right now.
The one on Seredan crits. So for 20 necrotic damage
Owies.
and -1 to your already wonderful strength score.
Can't get much worse.
And then the one on Eve is with disadvantage because it is in the sunlight. Ooh, a 9 or 9. So does 9 hit?
No.
Okay. Yep. So you're able to kind of back away from this thing as it like streaks towards you, Dementor style. And then
And then I go, Expecto Patronum, and hold the rock up.
I
And it's
made
enough.
my concentration save.
Okay.
For the record.
Perfect for the hex.
Mine would. Oh.
Wait, the creature that you hexed is gone. Oh, that's right. It's just
As a
like
bonus
Hunter's
action,
Mark.
I
You
can
can
bolt
be a
reassign.
giant.
And actually,
Just roll.
because I cast it as a 3rd level spell, because I
Uh-huh.
only have 3rd level spell slots as a warlock, it lasts for 8 hours.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that's cool.
Then it goes back up to the top of the round. Hi, Ezra.
Hi.
You're in the darkness.
Yep.
There's going to be a pair of attacks against you.
Okay.
No, Ezra.
I'll live.
One of them is an 18.
Hits.
I'll live.
I'm sorry. Like, I've said jokes. So that's 7 necrotic damage.
We've played together too.
And your
I
strength
know.
is reduced by 1.
Oh no. I'm at an 8.
You strike again.
Yeah.
And then the other one is
Dex character, right?
A 16.
That'll miss.
Okay. The other one just kind of swipes. So you, again, it kind of just feels like they're swirling around you. These claws are continually like raking across your skin.
Ouch.
Okay. And then that was the 2. The one that Sarah was fighting is dead. Ezra, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot at where I got hit from. This time I'm gonna reach into my quiver and pull out my magical +2 arrow.
Okay.
And see if this helps out here. And I'm blessed. So that is gonna be a 23 to hit.
23.
Oh, 25 to hit.
Okay. 25. Go ahead and roll me the damage.
Okay.
And then I need you to roll me a d6 as well, please. Just
Okay.
to determine something. Don't add it to your total.
So the d6 was a 6.
Okay.
So that's going to be 9 damage.
Yeah, you pull back and you release that magical arrow. You know you can feel this one connect because the intrinsic magic. Yeah, definitely lets you know that one connects.
Okay, so only 19 of those, and I'll shoot another one. And
Another magical one.
Yep. Because it seems to be working for me.
Put it in between them.
So that is going to be 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and
If I
roll
didn't wanna
that d6 again for me
Okay,
first.
the d6 is a 3.
Okay. And then roll
And
damage.
my damage is a 11.
+4 for all attacks and
Okay, you definitely feel that one hit as well.
Okay. I'm just gonna stay there. Seems to be working right now. So that's my turn.
Sounds good. Seredan.
Okay. What are these things? Get away from me! Actually, so bonus action transfer hex
Okay.
to this one, and then
Kind
that's
of like
a
100 mark, huh?
that's like
You-
that's a 19 plus.
You rolled multiple dice there. You shouldn't have.
Bless.
You rolled multiple d20s there.
No, I just rolled the one.
Oh, it looked like you had multiple.
Mm-mm.
You keep doing that multiple dice in your hand rolling thing that I keep
Yeah.
hearing.
So it was 27 to hit,
27 will hit.
and that is.
Well, he has to do it with
for-
d20s because d4 is.
Let's
Yeah.
test that.
That is
Yeah.
15 damage.
I'm weird. I like
15.
pain.
That one is still up
For science.
Second attack is better
Okay.
to hit, and that's a 9 damage.
You slice through it.
Nice.
Nice.
That's another one gone.
Another one bites the dust.
Right, I'm alone again in here.
I
but
almost did that
think I'm going to stay put for now. We'll see if that helps me at all.
I thought you wanted to protect your family.
I can protect them from 10 feet away. Thank you very much.
Of course. Bolt, it's your turn. You are currently prone, my friend.
Gonna use my movement. Stand
Yep.
up.
Yep, it's just half your movement speed, so you'll have 15 left if you want to do anything else.
Yep. And then I'm gonna do Cure Wounds for myself.
Okay. Then I need you to roll me a d20 as well, please.
Okay. So that is 4 plus 3, 7. 7 healing. A d20.
Yep.
Is this a check?
This is a spell slot check because of your
Oh,
your.
I'm just asking if I use Bless as well.
Oh no.
9.
9. Okay.
I think that's 3.
Yeah,
You said it carries over?
Yeah, but you had a memory recently, so this is gonna happen.
Oh.
So I need you to roll me a d6. So your chest opens up, and that rusty red magic that permeates your body starts basically exploding at you like a furnace, and it starts surrounding you. This is called the Inescapable Rage.
Oh, snap.
So your attacks for the next minute are made with advantage,
Oh,
and
nice.
attacks against you have advantage. And then you can roll an intelligence saving throw against your own spell DC to end this effect early if you'd like.
Whoa.
It's like a barbarian.
Yeah. You're a wizard barbarian. The first time I've ever heard of that happening.
Yep. So basically,
Wait, can you cast Can he cast spells in this rage?
He's not.
It's not like true rage?
Yeah, it's not a true
Okay,
rage.
yeah.
It's more like reckless attack, right?
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. So
And you're on fire.
and you do feel this kind of pounding rage in your head. Just kind of whatever is missing from you, it's causing like a negative emotion to flare out because that piece of you is not there anymore.
Okay.
He turns to Ezra and says, "Yes, but both like raging fire." Ezra,
Like tiny baby
puny
fire.
baby.
And if you want, your eyes can do that robot thing where they go like very narrow and yeah.
Spider-Man when he goes into...
Can stick to
Iron Giant when all those
Yeah.
weapons come out and he just...
Eve, unless you would like to do anything else, you use your action to cure wounds. But if
I'll bonus again to get some more
temps,
temps, yeah.
Okay.
Eve. That's it.
Bolt, are you feeling all right?
Perfect.
Okay.
That was also because I had nothing to say.
I'm not good on stuff like that. Improv. Grr.
wait, why are you on this show?
Burn. DM burn.
Because it's my house?
Fair enough.
Brother burn.
Very well. If you're all right.
Need one of those little water wind push sticks.
Like a shuffleboard. That's what I need. All right, I will make an attack with the long sword on what's her bucket. That is a 17 to hit.
A 17 will hit.
Does she get advantage because you're technically in the light, right? Or does it only apply to the?
I mean,
Because it's in the 10 feet. Thing, right?
So she does not. The Adequathan does not get disadvantage or give advantage. She just has disadvantage on attack rolls. So yeah. So no advantage on that.
Okay. For 7
7.
damage,
Okay. And is it just the regular damage? You're not pouring a smite? or
I am
anything?
going to pour in some smite
Okay.
here.
Go ahead and roll your smite damage.
11.
11, and that's radiant damage, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, it definitely slices through her, and she screams more than normal as this radiant light just illuminates the area around you.
Excellent. Okay, second attack. Ooh, I crit.
Alrighty,
We're doing it with smite too.
perfect.
Okay. So,
Beautiful.
that is max damage, which is 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus,
Max damage of your smite
Plus
too.
max damage of the smite.
which is 16.
16, so that's 27.
That's enough. If you want to just end it there, or
We'll
you
just
can roll.
end it there.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
we're good.
So the first one
Nice.
slices, and she kind of rears back as that light starts searing, and then you just take that same light and you just channel it even more, and you just slice her in half.
Yes!
I just shout from the darkness, "I told you I'd protect them!"
And all of the shadows disappear as well.
Nice!
Cut off the head.
Oh, what about the darkness? Am I still in the darkness bubble?
No, the darkness does.
As they start to fade away, I say, "We better get experience for you!"
You shall see.
We'll give you disadvantage.
Okay. And then another door at the far end of the hall, which is now illuminated by dim light, appears, materializes.
I'm gonna kind of like not collapse, but kind of rock back and lean against the barrier and just kind of, and then okay.
If that was...
Bolt, do you need some healing?
Possibly mentally as well.
I
After
can't
that.
help with that. That's what
But
your
I'll-
therapist is for.
I just walk out, I just walk over to him and say,
My therapist is.
"Tell me about your
is not
problems,
very
Bolt."
good. But yes, I would like some help.
Oh,
If you guys
How
like,
much
you
do you
can
need?
take a short rest
oh,
and use
yeah.
hit dice.
Okay,
and everything.
let's do that.
let's do
And
that.
with the short rest, anybody who lost strength regains their strength
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
to normal levels.
So when you do start a short rest, you don't have to like
I can like roll one and see how much you get, or do I have to like choose?
Yeah, you don't be like I'm gonna roll, or I'm going to choose to roll 3
Ooh,
dice.
and I'm cuddling up with
Does the
Growly.
paladin have anything
Yes.
like on the short rest? To get bonuses?
No, that's
it's
the bard.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
Bard has a song of resting.
I'll get there one day, maybe, unless I decide to go sorcerer instead. All right, D8.
So I'll probably use 2 hit die.
Growly was like biting me the whole time I was trying to snuggle with him.
Yep. Scott, go ahead and kick the lights back up because the area is illuminated once again.
Okay, pause. Alexa, time for game night.
Excellent, thank you.
That was scary for a second.
It was scary.
They're still red.
Oh, they are still there. So they are.
So they are. Because you changed that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yep. That's fine.
Ooh, that feels like
It
right
feels
now.
so
No.
weird. Yeah.
Ow, my eyes!
Because of the color on them.
Ah.
Much better.
Ah,
It was,
nice
the, it was the
yellow.
daylight, not the yellow light.
Okay. So after a short rest, are we heading through the next door?
Yes.
Yes. Are we still in darkness here?
No, this is now like kind of dim light. You
Okay.
can see the full area.
I say,
Pocket it for later.
Yeah.
And your
Evie,
chest.
I don't suppose you have about. I don't suppose you could ask the trio to patch up my wounds just a smidgen,
Absolutely.
like about 4 hit points worth, give or take.
Yes. I can. Anyone else?
Is it something that you like have to use? Like when you do it, you might as well just use some of it.
It's sort of like lay on hands is just like a divvy out like 1 hit point at a time or something.
Like, I have 25.
Oh, yeah, I'll take 5.
Okay.
If that's cool.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well,
Thank the trio.
I certainly feel
Thank you,
protected,
trio.
but I'm
There's
not
no
doing a lot of protecting.
Oh, I tried.
Maybe next time.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
You left me in that darkness to die.
Well,
Magically, the thing just stopped hitting me.
I was in the darkness as well, but for some reason they could see through it.
Darkness again. you say it.
No. Mommy.
Right. How long does Bless last, by the way? Is it just a
It's
minute?
gonna be gone now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still have my concentration on Hex. I may or may not stick with it, but
Okay. But for now,
yeah. So I say, right. Shall we go through the next door? I want to finish this stupid trial and get out of here. What are you doing to me, Craggy? I just kind of look at the
there is no response.
look at the
like,
glaive.
You can hear. As you guys pay attention to it, you can hear the choir like permeating through the entire area. It's just kind of like a low hymn, but they don't do any sort of like physical response to it. So, through the door, you find a room illuminated by bright light, moonlight, actually, specifically, if you want to give it like a color, as it were. And it is a kind of a long hallway with a set of stairs on either side leading up to kind of 2 platforms that kind of flank this hallway of sorts, basically this like groove in the ground.
Kind of like a moonlight.
Kind of like moonlight. Perfect. And standing, or not standing, he's kind of just sitting at the entrance of this hallway is a man in ragged clothes, and he has a bright collar around his neck that you can instantly like connect with and realize that that's Craggy. This collar that he's wearing is Craggy in a different capacity.
Huh.
And he looks up as he enters. He says, I see you made it through the first trial.
As a bonus action, I transfer Hex to him. I don't attack. I just want to
Okay.
transfer Hex to him.
And he blinks and he says, that's not this kind of trial.
I say, you can't be too sure. I point my glaive at him. I say, so we have. I suppose you're here to give us the next one.
I am.
Now, who are you?
I am Benevito.
Benevito. Were you the... I assume by that collar that you're wearing that You were once patronized by the Choir of the Crags as well?
I once wielded the will of the Crags as you do.
All right. And what did you do with that necklace, out of curiosity?
Kept everyone safe from my curse.
Which is what?
And he kind of scratches at the silver collar on his neck and he goes, have you ever met a werewolf before?
I don't know, have I?
You haven't.
Okay. No, but I've always wanted to be honest.
Well, hello.
We don't have
Well met.
silvered weapons. We're in trouble.
Don't worry. I'm not here to fight you. That's other people's jobs. You, Seredan, need to go down this hallway.
Okay. What will I find there? I start walking.
Okay. As soon as you take your first step, you feel like this deathly chill come over you, and you start feeling it sap away at your life, and you pull back quickly before it can take too much.
Okay. I
said,
oh, that wasn't
death.
nice.
You will find death in the hallway. Excruciating pain. Basically what I went through the entire life that I had.
And whatever for?
We need to test your strength. Make it to the end of the hallway in whatever capacity you can, and you will complete this trial.
How long's the hallway?
It looks to be about 500 feet.
500.
And then he
Tie you to one of my arrows and shoot you as high and as far as I can.
As you walk through.
and then he waves to your party members and he says, "You can take the stairs."
Good luck. I can take the stairs.
It's all right. I've got this.
I'm going with you. You shouldn't bear this alone.
He has to bear this alone. She.
You've been in the.
It's all right,
I've been in Craggy
easy.
for so long. There's so many builders.
I don't think Craggy would put me through this if it was more than I could endure.
Prepare however you want. And he disappears and reappears at the end of the hallway.
I have no temporary hit point source.
Okay.
I can cast aid,
Craggy.
but it will only give you
5.
5. Better than nothing.
Might be enough.
Is there anything about the hallway? Can we see like runes?
can do it.
you
Go ahead and
know,
give me an investigate check.
And it lasts for 8 hours,
That would
so
be great.
Or an arcana check if you're better at that.
That's 13.
13. You know that this hallway is basically permeated with magical traps, as it were, if you want to give it a phrase. That will require, for game mechanic terms, it will require Seredan to make a saving throw each round to take reduced damage.
Okay. So she casts aid on me, and
on you
give it
3.
to- okay.
So you have 5
Thank you.
temporary
Please.
HP.
Thank you, Evie. I think that will help. All right. Well, I suppose it's now or never. And I just start running.
Okay. So you'll be able to get with a dash action. You basically it's going to be 6 rounds to get to the end of the other end of the hallway.
Okay.
If I calculated that correctly. I think I did. Because it's 60 feet around that you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I calculated that it would be 6 rounds. So here's what's going to happen, and the party just basically goes up the stairs and starts following along. So if you guys have anything that you can throw on him healing wise or anything like that, at the end of each of his rolls, you can. Basically, you are going to make a saving throw each round with one of your saving throws, and you can only use them one time. And you'll be taking damage each round, but the saving throw will reduce it by half.
Okay.
As basically you're subjected to what Benevito was in life. This moonlight that is basically shining down on you and causing you incredible pain.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, I'll start at the top, I guess, with charisma.
Yep. Go ahead and roll.
Oh boy. I'm going to use one of my luck dice. And that is now a 16.
16 is good, so you will only take 3 radiant damage this round.
Are these transferable?
No, they're not.
Dang it!
Appreciate you trying.
3, you said?
Here, have a look.
Wait a minute, I was the one that was honest about it.
So go ahead and
Let me see if
roll
I make
again.
my con save. I do.
Don't worry about your con saves.
Okay.
You'll be fine on those.
Okay.
Next.
Next, let's see. I'm going to use my wisdom.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything before he rolls his next save?
Don't really have anything on the hills.
to do.
Actually, I take that back. I'm going to use my strength for this one,
Okay.
which is not good. And that was a bad roll, so that was like a 2.
Okay. So this round you're going to take 14 radiant damage.
Okay.
I cast Bless.
Okay.
I thought you already. No.
How
Oh,
No,
that's
sorry, not
right.
Bless. I meant Cure Wounds.
Oh, but bless.
Bless would
I
have
should
been
have done
really
that.
good. Yeah.
An extra D4 on
Dang
those
it.
saving throws.
Well.
But you still could if you wanted.
Yeah, you can like reach down in and like smack hands with
I don't think
Seredan
is
to
bless.
cure
Does
wounds.
Bless is
range?
concentration.
Or you
Bless
can
has a
bless.
30-foot range.
Yeah,
Would that
30-foot
replace
range.
aid though? Because
aid's already gone. It was only 5 temporary.
Yeah, and it's not concentration.
it's not. Okay.
Oh no, aid isn't temporary hit points. It actually raises your max.
Oh,
HP.
does it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Regardless, I've lost those 5 hit points, but
Okay.
still.
So now you have bless moving forward,
Yay!
Okay.
and then you can go ahead and apply it to whoever else you want as well.
To you too as well.
Okay, this time I'm going to use my intelligence save.
Okay, for round 3.
Better. So that's 12.
12 does not succeed.
Okay.
So you'll take 14 more radiant damage.
Okay.
I want to reach down and like touch her hand, and I'll give you 16.
Ooh, nice. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, this is round 3, right?
Mhm.
So, okay.
So this is going to be round 4, actually.
That's what I meant. I've done 3. Okay. I am going to cast Misty Step
Okay.
Oh,
that will
nice.
jump me up 30 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and then
And that's a bonus action.
it's a
right?
bonus action, and then dash the 60 feet still.
Okay.
So I move 90
90.
feet
Mhm.
this round.
Yeah. So basically, we'll go ahead and shave off a round from your
Okay.
total travel down the hallway. So this will be your last. No, sorry. It was 6 total.
It was 6 total, so I have 2 more.
You have 2 more to do.
2 more.
Yep.
Okay. For this one, I will use my wisdom saving throw. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I'm gonna use my luck die. That might not be enough even then. So that's, because that'll be, maybe, come on. Yes. 17.
17 is a success.
Worth.
So you will take 5 radiant damage.
Okay.
No, 4.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, and then
And
this
the
is
final-
the last one.
Yep. Which will be what is your which of your
I'll be using my constitution.
okay?
And that is not bad. 17.
17 is a success. So you will take 7 radiant damage that round.
Okay.
And you come through the other side of the tunnel. Everybody is like waiting for you, doing that whole like cheer, like come on, Sarah, come on, you're almost there. And you come bursting out the other side. How many hit points do you have left?
17.
17. Okay.
I would be at 1 if it weren't for her heal. And I would be dead if it weren't for aid.
Absolutely. As soon as you get there, yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you get there, I grasp you by the shoulders, say, Seredan, well done, and I'm actually going to cure wounds on you.
Nice.
Thank you, Bolt.
Nice. 7 heals.
Okay.
Apologies, Ezra. I know there wasn't too much for you to do.
That's okay. It was
Healing arrow.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works.
Like, I am doing a fantastic job of protecting you all, aren't I?
Syringe full of healing
As I'm
potion.
like sweating and like little bloody nose,
it just hits like a train car.
trickling down my, kind of wipe it away.
You are proving your strength.
And you're doing quite well. The next trial awaits you. Please.
Okay.
And good luck.
Don't suppose we could catch a breather?
And he snaps his fingers. Everybody takes a short rest immediately.
Wow.
And regains a spell slot.
Yes.
For those of you who had needed a long rest for that.
Yay.
Oh, thank you.
Because why not?
You are the nicest werewolf I have ever met.
That's what I strive for.
And don't mind the fact that you're also the only werewolf I've ever met. But I have a feeling that should I meet any in the future, you will still remain the nicest.
Right. And he's just going to like wander off, disappear into...
Scratch his collar.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's not so much like a dog scratches. He's just kind of like tugging at it a
His
bit.
human foot comes up out of nowhere.
Or
You should have
scratches
that
it, and then his human
looked
foot is
at.
like, bum, 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 as he's scratching it.
All right.
Okay. So through the next door, you find a room filled with kind of like an eerie... We'll do an eerie red glow again, I suppose. No, let's do a green glow. Scott, give me a green glow, would you? Thank you.
Slytherin common room. Favorite place.
And it kind of feels like it. This room is filled with dangling chains ending in wicked-looking hooks. And a single figure stands among them. And she is just kind of clad in black leathers. You can tell, like, her
The dungeon
long black hair
mistress.
is pulled up.
There she is.
It's her. Her hair is pulled up into kind of like a tall bun. She is an elf,
Okay.
and she is carrying an equally like long, wicked-looking spiked chain in her hands.
I transfer hex to her.
Just very eager, aren't we?
Just being cautious.
Could they? I mean, obviously magic, but could I even fill hex or is it something else?
Specifically because it's magic that comes from the Choir of the Crags.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Otherwise, maybe a case-by-case basis. Roll an
Say,
arcana check to see.
and are you a previous carrier of the choir's power as well?
I am.
What is your name?
You may call me Nosorai.
No, sir.
Yep.
No, sir. I won't call you that.
Maybe I will attack you after all.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. Scott is rubbing off on me.
I bit my tongue, so
And she says, my task for you is simple. Find my heart among the chains.
Among the chains. Okay, I just look around. Do I see any hearts?
No, you don't see, like, as you look up, you can't see the top of the chains.
Okay.
It kind of goes black. But she does kind of, like, tug on one a little bit, and the chain kind of rattles, and all the other chains rattle a little bit. to
can I
kind
like
of shift.
firebolt and like a flare, like
Yeah, nothing happens. As soon as it hits that kind of blackish area, it just kind of disappears.
And so, how do you propose we do that? Do we just pull on these chains? Do we have to climb up there?
That is for you to decide. But for mechanical purposes, there is a little bit more to this challenge than just giving you a random task. So I'm going to hand you each a piece of grid paper.
Oh boy.
And basically what I have done is I have labeled A through H on one side and 1 through 6 on the other side.
Okay.
And the heart is in a random
Are
position.
we playing Battleship?
How
come I'm the only
one without a pen or a pencil?
So you guys are going to start in H4.
Okay.
And what's going to happen is, as you kind of look at the individual chains around you, you notice on the hook itself, you can see scratched into it is 3 hash marks on each of these chains. Now, on your turn, you can move 2 spaces as your full turn, or you can move a space and examine the chain on that space to see how many hash marks are on it. And then at the end of the round, something else happens, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
And then the idea is that you need to find where the heart is using that information. So we'll go ahead and just start. We'll just do
So
initiative
there's
order.
3 on the one that we're at,
Yes, there's 3 on the one that you guys are
and
at.
H4. Okay.
H4, yep. And just a moment here, I need to pull up the... We'll just start with Ezra. Ezra, where would you like to
Okay.
go? What would you like
I'm
to
gonna move to H3 and inspect the chain.
Okay, there are 3 on this one as well.
Okay.
Now, I will... Oh, sorry. As your action, or at the end of your turn, you can choose to pull the chain, as she did, if you believe that that is where the heart is.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, well, I will not pull because I have no idea.
Okay.
That one has 3. This one has 3. It's
Yep.
not any different.
Right.
Okay. So that was easy.
I wonder if it's a hot and cold kind of game.
Warmer, 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 hot, burning, colder, colder.
Seredan.
We'll move to G6. No, sorry, G5.
G5.
And inspect the chain.
That one is also a 3.
Okay.
Playing Minesweeper.
I love that game.
Me too.
I don't know the rules. I just click until I blow up and I go, that was fun. And I close it.
I will go to G4 and inspect.
G4. 3. Kind of a general idea of what's going on at this point, hopefully. If not, that's fine as well. It shouldn't be that easy, but it shouldn't be that difficult.
Can we just move 1 square at a time?
You can choose to move 2 squares if you don't want to inspect something. So, Eve, what would you like to do?
I will move to H5.
H5. Okay, that one says 3 as well. Okay, so back up to the top of the round. Nothing appears to happen beyond that. Seredan, what do you do?
Or
Which is
Oh, sorry, Ezra.
I'll go H2 and inspect.
H2, that one is a 3.
Okay.
And then Seredan,
I'll go to...
this is thrilling stuff.
I'll go to F4 and inspect.
That one is a 3.
Sorry, what was yours?
H2.
H2 was a
And yours
3.
was F4?
F4 is 3, yep.
Okay.
Bolt,
F3.
3. Interesting. And then Eve.
H6.
That one is also a 3. This sounds like I'm just like trolling you guys, right?
It's all 3.
A little bit.
Okay. Just a second. Seredan. Nope. Sorry. Never mind. Nothing happens. I was looking at the wrong area. So we'll go back up to Ezra.
Okay, I'm going to just move twice on this turn.
Okay.
I'm going to go to F1.
F1. All right.
I'll move up to E4
E4.
and inspect.
2.
Okay. I think we're getting closer.
Bolt.
This one only had 2.
I'm going to move twice and go to D3.
Okay. And then Eve.
G6.
G6 is a 3. Ezra.
All right, I'm going to E1 and I'm going to inspect.
2.
Okay.
Seredan.
I will go to D4 and inspect.
Hey.
1.
D4.
Yo, yo.
1.
I wonder if that's a secret message because it's the D4 network.
That's my goal all along.
Very clever.
Bolt.
I'm going to move to C4 and blow us all up. Inspect.
1. Okay. And then Eve.
F6. Inspect.
6. 3. Alright. Just a moment here. Bolt, what is your passive perception?
Passive perception is 10.
Okay, thank you.
Passive investigation 16. Passive insight 10.
Okay. Passive investigation is what?
16.
16? That is technically what we're using. You briefly watch as the scratch marks disappear, then return to 1, and then go to 2.
What?
On mine.
Yep.
We're all. So now it changed to
My
2.
brain-
Now yours is 2.
This one has changed from 1 to 2.
That was on C4.
That was
yeah,
on C4.
C4.
Again, I will reiterate, it went down to 0, then back to 1, then to 2.
Oh, okay.
All right. Ezra.
All right. I will move to D2 and inspect.
That is 3.
Oh, man.
What is your passive investigation?
10.
Okay. Okay. Seredan.
I'll go to D5 and inspect.
1.
Right. This last one was a 1. This one is a 1.
Mine was
I
also.
feel like we're getting closer.
What was your passive investigate?
13.
13. You saw yours go up to a 2.
No, it's a 2.
The previous one.
No, that one's a 2.
So D4 was a 2.
So
D4 was a
did
2.
it go down and then back up, or just up?
That one stayed at 1 and then went to 2.
Okay.
Bolt.
I'm gonna go to C5.
C5.
Yeah.
Okay. 1. And remember, you guys can pull a chain at any time.
Well, I'm scared to do that.
Yeah.
Perhaps it doesn't get any lower than 1.
I pulled the chain.
Okay.
The one I'm on. D4.
The chain reacts, and it's going to try.
D4? Yeah.
D5.
No, sorry.
You're on
D-
C5.
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 My bad.
Go ahead and give me just a quick dexterity saving throw as this chain basically lashes out at you. 4. Okay. The chain just basically knocks you prone. So you can only move 1 square on your next turn, even if you use your full action to move.
I'm laying there and I go, oh, so that's what that feels like.
You've been knocked prone twice. This
Well, by a chain.
By a
by
chain.
Yeah, like
Okay, and then Eve,
E6.
E6, 2.
Ooh, that's interesting.
And what is your passive investigate?
10.
Okay, and then let's see. Bolt, as you are staring up at your chain, you see it go up to 2, because you are you and Ezra are the only ones that have the, or no, it's Seredan
I have
that
a
has
13.
the 13. Seredan, yours doesn't change though.
That was a
What number were you?
C5?
C5.
C5 changes to a 2.
Mine has gone up to 2 now.
Mine's still at a 1. Maybe I have to give this a try. It's not my turn.
Okay, Ezra, it's yours.
Okay, I'm gonna just move twice and I'll go to B2.
B2.
Hang out
Okay.
there.
Bless you.
All right, Seredan.
I'm gonna pull the chain on D5. Where I'm at.
On D5. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw as it lashes out at you.
10.
10. You are knocked prone. You will only be able to move 1 square
Okay.
next turn.
Do I notice it change?
It does not change the number.
Okay. This number's still at a 1. It just didn't like me very much.
Bolt.
So I can only move, I can't inspect as well.
You can move and inspect still. You just
Then
can't
I'm
move.
then
2
I'm going
squares.
to I'll move to C6 and inspect.
You can't move 2 squares. Oh no, you're on C5.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't unerase you. We'll have to. I'm gonna have to do this so that people at home can see. Like, we'll have to do some sort of like Excel thing or something like that. C6 as a 2.
Well, don't say it on camera, because now you have to.
Well, we can cut it. All right.
And just go like this, Craig Ferguson style.
E.
Let's do D6.
D6. Okay, is a 1. Okay.
So far, they're just kind of temperamental and knock you down.
Sounds like it. Are we looking for a 0?
Maybe.
Who's?
But I don't know
Which one
how-
went down to 0?
Bolt,
Bolt,
it
you
was
watch
C4.
And was that
You
the one
watch
pulled?
yours go down to 0.
C6?
It goes down. Yep, C6 goes to 1, and then to 0.
And this one is now at 0.
Pull it!
Pull it!
I'll forgo my
Via the
turn.
lava!
Okay. Ezra
I'll forgo my
forgoes your
turn.
I
turn.
have no way we have that lever.
Seredan, do you forgo your turn as well?
Yeah.
Bolt.
I will pull the chain.
And you pull it, and it rockets up into the air, and then comes back down, and it is carrying a locket, a tiny little locket necklace on it.
I will reach out and
Touch fate.
grab the locket.
Yep. As you do, it kind of opens up, and you see 2 smiling elvish children inside, and then all the chains start like rattling up.
They're adorable.
I think she might have meant her heart was her children or family.
She is standing over, like, on one side of the room.
And I actually hand it to Sarah.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is your trial. I believe that you should probably be the one to present it.
I appreciate it. And as I walk towards her, I say, were they your children?
They were.
What were their names?
Micah and Lowe's.
Micah and Lowe's. What happened to them?
I don't know. I died far before the end of their time. But as long as I lived, they flourished.
Well,
And she holds out her
yeah, I
hand.
say, they were beautiful.
They really were. Thank you for letting me see them one more time. And she closes the locket and puts it around her neck. And then as she steps to the side, the doors behind her, which you didn't notice before, but now there are doors, open up
Okay.
towards the next room. Your final trial awaits.
Are they being held prisoner here?
I don't think so. I got the sense that she lived many lifetimes ago. Of course, for an elf, that could be quite some time. Or her children, I suppose. They could still be alive.
I was going to say, perhaps her children are still around. We should,
Maybe they're not even from Aneria. We've
I should have asked her which court she was from. But it's too late now.
Yep, she's gone. She's definitely not just standing there.
Which court are you from?
No, she is gone.
Hello.
Hey, are you guys going to move on to the next room?
Let's finish this.
Sounds good.
I
With
want
you
to walk
to the end of the line.
Good job. Okay, so you guys enter into the next room, which is, it's sort of this strange, like, it's got 4 different stone platforms, and between them is this sort of, it's like a ramp leading down into this depression in the middle, almost like it's like a cross in between that separates these platforms of about 10 feet. And as you step through the door, all of this hymn that has been permeating throughout the trials stops. It ceases completely. And you see a figure lying on the ground, blood pooled around it already. It looks like it's a dwarven figure. And standing over it is a cloaked figure similar to the way that the Choir of the Crags is cloaked. And this figure it's hunched over. It's fairly average humanoid size, probably as tall as Seredan is. Okay. And it has this long scythe, almost. It basically looks like, our representation of death in our world. And it's kind of just pouring over the body a little bit, and then its eyes snap up and you can't really see anything under the hood, but you know that it is staring directly at you, Seredan.
I transfer hex on it. That's a bonus action.
Gotta do it.
Your hex does not land at this time. It doesn't break your concentration or anything, but
Okay.
there's something preventing it.
I say, who are you? And who is that dwarf there? And I start to move forward.
And the voice goes, so this is who has been playing with my toys. I felt your presence for so long, little one. It's nice to finally meet face to face, so to speak.
Your toys?
Yes.
Explain yourself.
Gladly. I am Aventhi, the Harvester, current wielder of the Will of the Crags.
Excuse me? What do you think this is?
A paltry imitation, a fragment. And he kind of turns the scythe, and you can see that there is kind of like a jagged edge that has been carved out of the scythe. An unfortunate complication that I can't abide.
I definitely have an arrow knocked.
And how did you come by this Will of the Crags?
It was given to me, rightfully, by the choir.
How long ago?
About 83 years ago.
So before Malik, then?
No, after Malik. Long after Malik.
I never paid very good attention in history class.
I can tell.
And you've been trapped inside, this necklace ever since?
Oh no, I'm free to roam about as I wish. Have they not told you your purpose yet?
Well, they sort of glossed over that part, to be honest with you, when I first found the choir. I was pretty excited about the opportunity to learn more about the cracking and, well, have a magic flute that happened to turn into a spear, that happened to turn into a glaive, that happened to turn into a beer stein.
I see. You're a child. They're sending a child to correct their mistake.
Oh.
Not mine.
You said
That was
mine.
a DM slip up, not
sorry.
a character slip up. And then his eyes like kind of glance over everybody, and they stop at Bolt, and then they look down at the bag of holding that you have. And he goes, "And you're kind enough to bring me a piece of all steel."
Oh, crap.
Kind of put my hand on the bag, like,
Very well. This is supposed to be a trial, and seeing as how your other trial has been dealt with already, and the figure kind of just like glides over the body of the dwarf on the ground.
Do I recognize the dwarf?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like your father or anything
Right.
like that. I will give you a simple task. Hand over the old steel, and you pass. You can go back, be free of this horrid place, and you can even tell them that I was here. It won't change anything.
Don't make the same mistake I made with the book. We fight this time.
I cast darkness.
He chuckles as like the darkness starts surrounding you, and he goes, "Very well. This avatar has sufficient enough power that it can take the alt by force." And then he disappears and reappears on top of one of the platforms, and we're going to go into combat and see who can react first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Initiative?
Yes, we'll go ahead and actually just quickly set up everything up, and then we will get into combat. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some initiatives going here.
Great.
Ezra?
15.
15. Seredan?
10.
10. Bolt?
9.
9. Eve?
16 again.
16. All right.
Nice.
Eve, you are the first to act.
And
So, to let you know, the outside edges of this map will allow you to, it's basically a ramp up to allow you to get up to this 10-foot platform otherwise.
Okay.
So
So you have to get to here or
in order,
here.
Yep. basically to get to either the platform on either side.
Got it.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
here?
I wasn't paying attention. Say it again.
No, like,
So
We
all
have
you
to go up here.
All you have to do is get to one of the edges in order to get to the platforms that edge connects to. So right now, you guys are on top of this ramp, and you can go on either platform on either side of you.
Here.
But you have to get to like that platform
And
to get up.
it's 10 feet in the air, you said?
Yeah, it is 10 feet up.
Got it.
okay. I'm still confused. But...
It goes.
So,
So,
ramp
because-
up here, ramp up here,
Switch over to
ramp up here.
So, this space right here, you can get onto either platform
Gotcha.
without any
Okay.
extra movement.
There's like
that,
a, like
and
a
then
V.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Okay. So Eve, what would you like to do?
Eve will cast Bless.
Oh, thank you!
Perfect.
You're like, why did I put those away?
Nah. Thank you.
Oh, wait.
I want
You
concentration.
want concentration? That's right.
And thank you. And move right there.
Okay.
That is my turn. That is Eve's turn.
You can feel Aventhi's eyes like boring into you as you rush forward here.
Whoa.
Ezra.
Okay, I'm going up on the platform. So,
She says, "My eyes are up here, buddy."
okay. And I guess I'll shoot him.
Okay.
I guess I'll
I'll do. I'll do sharpshooter.
Okay.
-5 +10.
Ammunition.
Yeah, I'll use my magic arrows.
Okay.
To get a +2, so it's actually only -3. Okay. And bless.
Go ahead and roll it.
Okay. Critical failure +1 +2.
Okay. So your first arrow goes wide.
Yeah, let's try that again
Okay.
with the second arrow. Okay, that's better. So that is, that'll be -3. So that will be 22 +3, so 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
Okay.
So mark down that you have one arrow that you might be able to recover.
Okay.
By the way.
1 magic arrow. Okay. That'll be 8. So that is 17, and then I'm gonna cause it to explode.
Nice.
Which does how many damage?
2d6.
Yep. For 7 damage.
7 extra damage. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
7 force damage.
Okay. Yeah. It hits him and then explodes, and he kind of just like rude. At the end of your turn, he is going to take a legendary action.
Oh crap!
Wow.
But we're only level 5.
He just laughs.
And you can see just kind of like he reaches out a hand and Sari, a little bit of Sari's darkness like flows from the field and around him, and it goes up to his shoulder and just kind of heals it a little bit.
Hey, that's mine!
And it is so very useful. Thank you. And then it is his turn. And he says, "Let me show you how to actually control it." And he snaps his fingers, and the darkness explodes and is going to attack everybody around, or every one of you, basically.
Oh no.
So, I need saving throws, please.
Which one?
Use bless on that.
Dexterity saving throws, yes.
You use the luck die.
That is an 18 for Eve.
That is a 15.
15 for Ezra.
13 for Bolt.
So 16 was the DC. So those of you who failed will take 28 necrotic damage.
Oh my god.
What?
And half damage on a success as these tendrils of shadow just lash out at everybody.
Now, is my darkness gone? Or does it come back to me?
It doesn't like fade. He just like expands it for a moment, so it is still around you.
I'm sorry, what was I take half damage?
Yes.
14.
14. Okay, thanks.
My gosh.
Well, we're all going to die.
Nonsense. I'll protect you.
Such is the life of an adventurer.
Okay. And then, Seredan, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, and then I'm going to cast Misty Step to get up.
Okay.
Here.
Do you have to see where you land
Stab it.
with Misty Step?
I'm sure I
Because
probably
this platform is 10
do.
feet
10
up.
feet high.
Yeah, so you would only be able to get to like the edge.
Yeah, I'd probably say you're stuck to it.
I mean, that's fine. I go here and
Yep.
then move my other 2
Okay.
more squares
Sounds good.
to get there. And I want to make an attack at him with my glaive.
You do not have advantage.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, that's what I wanted to know, but that's still a 29 to hit.
A 29 will hit.
Okay. And it's going to be for this. That was cocked. Okay, that's 12 damage. And then I want to let go of darkness.
Okay.
So I'm going to drop my concentration. And make another attack.
Okay.
And this is a 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
Okay. For 8 damage.
8 damage.
And I use my bonus action for Misty Step.
Okay. So that is everything.
And that is everything.
All right. Well, then at the end of your turn, he's going to use legendary action and slash at you with his scythe.
Okay.
Basically, respond in kind.
I love scythes as a melee weapon. Yeah.
Go
So
back
that
to farming, you
It's going to be 16. This is okay. Yep, you barely duck underneath, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And he chuckles as he kind of like swings it around his back and he says, "This is interesting, but pointless." And then
for you.
If it's pointless, then
Oh.
let's stop doing it.
I'm going to move forward to there, right next to Eve.
Yep.
Yeah,
got here.
And so I'll do the attack. I'm going to just straight up, well, if I need the luck die.
Oh. No.
Because crit fail.
Quick fail.
Yeah, I mean, unless...
Yep, the train cracks overhead but doesn't hit him.
Good idea, though.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Yeah, I get myself my last temp hit points.
Okay. At the end of your turn, his hood kind of like snaps around to look behind him to see who attacked him, and I need you to roll me a charisma saving throw.
So like, his head like turned around like an owl.
No, it's just kind of like the hood flip. Yeah.
And then continues.
You gotta have a sore neck in the morning.
16.
Okay. You make your save. You feel this kind of oppressive presence trying to muddle your mind, but you manage to shake it off.
Is Voldemort in his turban?
The boy! The girl, sorry! Then we are back up to the top of the round. Eve.
I can try and climb up this.
You can go ahead and give me an athletics check to see if you can climb up it.
That is a 19.
19?
Plus 6.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say that
Nice.
you can climb up. You can climb up next to him, but you will be provoking an opportunity attack. Or you can move 2 squares, take 2 squares of movement to climb up, and then be at the top.
Go like
Yeah.
Like you can,
bing,
yeah.
bing.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so I think you have
One
enough. One more
Yes,
square
so then
movement.
let's move one more in.
Yeah.
And let's attack with me longsword.
Me longsword.
That's a 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
And
With-
the terrible's poking through a little bit.
No, not yet.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yes, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11 damage. Okay.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you slice in. You can see, like, as you slice through the cloak, it, like, mends itself. It looks like he's kind of made out of shadow. Did you roll a natural one as well on your
Yep.
second attack? Okay.
Oh, no.
And then he just, like, chuckles as he casually blocks the other blade strike.
Ding!
Just like with the haft, of his scythe. And then
Mock my pain.
and then he is going to glare at you, and I need you to roll me a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, boy.
You have a look die?
Yes. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 15
15 is not a success.
plus 1.
A 16 is a success.
Okay.
So you managed to shake
Remember,
off
you
this
can only
mind
use
bubble.
one.
Oh, you
luck
can only
die
use one.
per,
Okay.
per like
Yeah.
action or roll.
Rules schmoles. Glad we used one.
Okay. Perfect. Ezra, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to shoot him with a magical arrow using sharpshooter.
Sounds good.
Okay. A 2. Plus 9 plus 3. So that's. Why can't I do math? 11.
I
14?
just used
15.
my
15
fingers.
will hit.
Oh.
Good
Okay,
job,
that's
Ezzy.
Not bad. Okay. 4, 7,
Plus sharpshooter.
plus 14.
Plus the
So-
magic arrow.
Mm-hmm. So what did I say? 14, 16.
16 damage?
Yeah. And then I'll shoot him again, obviously.
Yep.
Oh, I crit.
Yes!
Finally.
And I'm
Okay.
assuming that you were sharpshootering as well.
Yes.
here.
Yeah. Most definitely. So is that then 20 or is that just 10? Just like just max.
The 10 doesn't double.
Yeah, it
Okay,
does
cool.
double.
So
Just dice.
the dice doubling is 8. So 4, so that's 12. And then I'll roll. Nice. Another 8. So that's 24, 34, and then of course I'm gonna bursting arrow.
Uh-huh. Which is max
2d6,
damage.
so that's 12. And then so 24, 34, 12. So we're at 42.
46.
46. 52. 55.
55. And that was with the +2 for magic arrow as well?
No. So that's
57.
57
Okay.
damage.
Yay!
Yeah.
Boom.
Ezra, you pull back with that first one, you fire it off. It kind of knocks him back and it kind of staggers him. And then your second one, you immediately pull back. You feel all that magical energy that somehow is still within you, like burst out and just this giant explosion of orange energy
Does
rocks him.
Nice.
does that explode in a radius?
Yeah, it does.
And it does hit every... No, it's every creature of your
10,
choice. I believe.
And all other creatures within 10 feet. Sorry,
Within
guys.
10 feet? Oh, I'm dead. I mean, at least I'm unconscious.
Well, you would only take the explosion damage, which would be
a lot.
It would just be the 2d6.
It would be. I got 20.
Just do the 2d6 on it. Just
And then it was 12 because I got
12.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
12. Okay.
12 damage. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
And now let's see.
Technically within...
Technically, you're
Yep.
within 10
Because
feet.
he's
Yep.
Cool. I just kill everybody.
12.
Fine. It's whatever.
Yep.
I didn't even think about
Good
that.
job.
And, it might be... This is new to Ezra.
Yeah.
So it is
I don't know my own
understandable.
strength.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay. So your turn ends. Aventhi is next. He's going to try and recharge his Lashing Shadows power.
So you're.
And does not
Unconscious?
recharge his Lashing Shadows power.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So he is going to turn to Eve and just try and slash at her twice.
Bring it, buddy.
Well, the first one's a 10 to hit.
That misses.
Oh no, it's 3 times.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
The second one is an 18 to hit.
That is my AC.
Okay, so we'll do damage for that one in just a moment here. And then the other one is a 17 to hit.
That will miss.
Okay, so just one hit here. $15 slashing damage. And then I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
No. That is cocked. Great. I failed.
Okay. You are frightened until the end of the target's next turn.
So you can't move closer to him, and any attacks you make are going to be at disadvantage.
Okay, but he is not going anywhere. He's just maniacally laughing at this point. And he says, "You seem uncoordinated."
You seem like a dick.
Perfect. Seredan, would you please
Nice.
give me a death saving throw?
Yeah. Sorry, I killed
13.
13? One success.
Bless.
Bless. Bolt, it is your turn.
Does he seem like he's injured any extra? Or
You can't really tell. Yeah.
Okay. I see that he's kind of tough, so I'm going to make sure I try to actually do some damage. I'm going to cast Magic Missile at the second level.
Okay.
Nice.
And so I'm going to do... It's 44. Can I steal 84?
Yep.
Ten
10 damage. Okay.
Nice.
Plus 1 each, right?
Yep.
You added
yeah,
that already.
Yeah, 10, so
14.
plus 4, 14 damage.
14 damage. Yep.
So it takes 14 damage.
Yeah, the streak of 4 rusty red missiles fire from Bolt's gauntlet. Do you do, like, is it a hand blast? Is it a
No, it's kind of like
thrust and fist forward?
like the little stingers that
Yeah.
Django, or
Oh, yeah.
not Django, I'm going to lose my nerd
Boba
card
Fett?
there. No, the...
Mando.
Yeah.
Oh.
The whistling birds.
Yeah, the little...
Yeah.
They just kind of
Yeah.
like...
Yep.
Those are cool.
And slam into him, and he grunts in pain and steps forward a little bit. And then at the end of your turn, unless you have anything else you'd like to do.
yeah, I'm going to move. 6. Move here.
Okay.
And like start going up the ramp.
Okay, cool. And then he is going to use a legendary action, and he is going to try and... Actually, he's just going to gather up a little bit more shadow and heal himself with this legendary action.
Don't do it.
Okay. Then it is top of the round. Eve.
All right. I don't want to provoke an opportunity attack to go and help you, Sari. So sorry.
It's okay.
We'll attack with the longsword again.
It's with disadvantage because you are frightened.
Well, I rolled a natural one, so.
Okay. You just kind of like you're just shaking in fear. Is basically like all of the horrors that have ever like crossed your mind, but are like embodied within this spectral form.
Fantastic. Yeah. Second attack. I'm sure. I rolled the 10 both times. 16
Nice.
to hit.
16 will hit.
Yes. Okay.
Nice.
So that's for 6 damage. Plus, let's add a divine smite in there.
Smite
Okay.
him.
So 6. So
Shadow.
For an extra 7.
you definitely see that radiant
Radiant
damage
damage.
bursts through him, much like it did the other shadows. So there you go.
I'm out of spell slots, so glad we could do that one time.
And then he's gonna take his legendary action to make an attack back on you,
Don't die.
Back
and misses. You manage to bring your sword up, and it just kind of clings against his scythe. You're still pretty terrified of him at this point, but yeah, good job. Ezra.
Okay. Seeing that my explosion hurt Sere, and as a Tushan, I'm charged to like defend life, not destroy it. I'm going to run and try and leap across if I can.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Come on, Ezra.
Okay, I'm throwing that in there.
Or acrobatics. I'll go ahead and say both.
14.
14. Yeah, I'll go ahead and say you can make that.
Okay. So that was 5, 10. some
15, 20.
mana distance, and then okay, and then
Yep,
I
I'll
will.
let you get up to.
Okay, cool. And I'm going to reach in and grab my potion of greater healing. So I'll open your mouth and just wake up. Give you 44
I forgot
plus
I have
4.
a healing potion.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll the 4d4 plus 4.
I'll take my full action and just do the full amount.
Perfect.
Okay, awesome. So that's
16, 32.
20?
Wait, 44 plus
so,
4.
So
20.
16. So
Yeah, 20. Yep.
Awesome. Oh, good. I kind of I like sputter awake and I'm like, are you protected?
No.
Yes.
He's like, no.
And then at the end of Ezra's turn,
Her
he's gonna use
armor
his
is clanking
legendary
together.
action and try and go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That's gonna be a 11. I spent that.
Your vision starts kind of swimming a little bit, and you can't quite see clearly. Like shapes are kind of morphing around as he muddles your mind. What that will do, we'll find out.
Oh no, I'm muddled.
You are muddled. Just consider yourself muddled for now. And then it is the Avatar's turn. Does he recharge his lashing shadows? He does not. Oof. So instead, he's just going to make 3 attacks against Eve. And you're no longer frightened.
That's good.
So we've got a 13.
Miss.
We have a 25
Hit.
and a 16.
Miss.
Okay, so 1 attack here.
Down. I'm going down.
Are you yelling timber?
Damn it. Just thinking that.
Yes.
16
command you to
slashing damage.
Goodbye.
Technically, that would have been the second attack. Does a 16 hit your AC?
No, I have a 17.
Okay. Yeah, so he moves, like he fells Eve, knocks her down, and then he just swarms forward and tries to slash at Ezra. And you block it with your bow.
That's not good. Cracks a little.
Okay. Then it is Seredan's turn.
Okay. Yeah, upon seeing Eve go down, she just screams.
Does a breakdance spin.
Yeah. And just
The Black Widow kick up.
Yeah.
jumps up to her feet and is like, oh, so we lost Bless.
But yes, Bless is gone.
Sorry.
Okay.
Can't concentrate when
And
you're
she's
dead.
just like, you bastard!
Unconscious.
And takes a swing, 18
Yes.
to hit.
18.
And sorry, I actually, as a bonus action, I want to cast Hexblade's Curse
Okay.
on him first.
Yeah.
And then take an attack.
18 will hit.
Okay. So that is gonna be just this. Oh no, it's a 10-sided die. Sorry. Okay.
No.
Okay, so it's my proficiency bonus, which is a 3 now. So that's 9 damage.
9 damage.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then another hit, or another swing. Come on, give me a crit for the love. That bounced out. 17.
17 will hit.
Okay.
Before you do that, hang on a second.
Okay.
I'm just trying to struggle with math.
Mm-hmm.
What I want you to do is I want you to add 2d8 radiant damage onto this. Basically a smite. As you come down with righteous fury on the man who took out Eve.
I'm so furious. Come on.
And tell me what the radiant damage is specifically.
So the radiant damage is 9.
Okay.
Plus 10, so 19 total. I mean, 9 radiant and 10
Okay.
otherwise.
That is enough.
Yes.
So you come down and you just full on, like, his eyes kind of, or you can see him kind of pull back in surprise. Again, you can't really see his eyes. I keep trying to describe him. You see him pull back in surprise as your glaive comes through, and you just see this streak of golden light that you didn't think you were capable of, and it just slashes through him, and you can see like it just cuts most of him away, and he starts kind of dissolving in holy fire, and he says, "This isn't over. I will find you, and that Ald will be mine." And then he disappears.
Okay, hold on. Do I have any healing potions?
Yeah.
I'll just go to
Eve
Eve and I'll
has
pull
4 healing potions
one out
on
of
her.
your.
I've got Eve.
pack
Don't
and-
worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, so go ahead and give me
I'll do cure wounds.
okay.
As I'm like uncorking the potion.
No.
5.
5. Eve comes back.
You know
to
what?
life
I'll
with
do it
5.
twice. Might as well do it twice.
Okay. Go ahead and just mark off 3 for your next roll.
I mean, I can roll each time. That's fine. If you want.
No, it's good.
And then 4. 4.
Okay.
So
Eve.
how much
Eyes open up
for my spell explosion?
Yeah, just mark down 3. Check.
So I run over to her and I get down like on my knees actually, and Sarah's like crying, and she's like, Evie, are you all right? I got him. Well, technically I think Ezra did most of the damage, but he also took me out with it. But anyway,
I'm so sorry. I didn't
all right.
think that was going to happen.
it's all right. You brought me back. All's forgiven. Are you okay?
I have a bit of a headache, but yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you.
You look pretty good, all things considering.
Thank you. Glad
Lord.
that
Where did that
horrible man is dead.
magic come from? I've never seen you use that before.
It's popped up a time or two, just never like that. That was different. Probably craggy, doing something weird. I don't know.
Yeah, Eve just, Sarah just kind of curls up on her knees a little bit and is just sobbing.
Sari, it's okay. We did it. You did it. You proved yourself. You are strong. Hello? Is anyone there?
At
So
that,
crying
the
and
platforms start
combat.
like raising up, and eventually just kind of mold back into this nebulous, misty first room that you guys were in. And you see the same person, the same cloaked figure that talked to you before, and says, "Congratulations, you've passed the trials." And then he kind of notices the general like air of the room, and he goes, "Is something wrong?"
And Sarah just kind of, I think through her sobs, is just, she's like, it's not enough. I need more. I'm not strong enough.
And where do you pull your strength from, Seredan? Your strength, not ours.
From my desire to protect the ones I love.
Then keep a hold of that as you move forward along your path. But you have proven yourself worthy, and you can feel the energy in the will of the Crags, Craggy, as you know him, start to like build up, and you have unlocked another ability, which we will tell you about. I'll go ahead and send you, or we can talk about in a bit here, and we'll probably just share it in like a link somewhere. Anyway, and then he goes. The figure looks around, and you can't see their faces either, but you can tell that he is frowning. And they go, "Where is Grenard? Did he say anything when you defeated him?"
Who's Grenard?
Aventhi?
What?
He called himself Aventhi, and I'm going to find him. He said this was only an avatar of himself. And at this point, she's like, gets up and like wipes her tears.
There is like
Away.
a fearful murmur that goes through the choir as you mention Aventhi.
And her anger is building at this point. And she's like, if that was only his avatar, I'm going to hunt him down to the ends of this continent and finish his final form, whatever it may be. He will not touch my friends again.
I am sorry. I didn't realize that he was aware of this. Aventhi is... I hope that's picking up on the way.
It's one of them in the back, like panicking.
Not of it.
Are you okay, buddy? Did you get it all out?
Okay.
It may happen again.
Animals.
At 2 a.m. I'm sleeping.
You can wake in a panic.
As you know, the choir's main purpose is to restore balance in all things.
Yes.
You remember that from our first interaction.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, that means that sometimes we are not on the side of good.
I have experienced this.
We may have had an overcorrection when giving the will of the Crags to Aventhi. His plans far exceed what we are hoping to have accomplished and bring balance back to Aneria. You are the correction to that correction. We saw an opportunity when a piece of the will of the Crags broke away from Aventhi's greater weapon, and we forged it into yours in order to combat him. He is your goal. He is responsible for the cracking.
I just got chills.
Is it like a realm jumper or something?
I think that's a good place to leave.
Yeah. Let's end
leave it there.
it.
Crap. I seriously, goosebumps all down.
So we will go ahead and continue next time. Thank you everybody for watching. The cliffhanger of all cliffhangers, I suppose. And we'll see you next time. Yeah.
See you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.